I have a Ray Knock Thompson card somewhere.
I was talking about Icky Woods. That was 1989.
Show me Peyton
Icky
Hillis.
Woods. I watched film on Icky Woods today. That's how bored I am.
Vince Workman.
No.
Nothing? Wow.
Nothing.
I dated myself.
Yeah, I think that it's more, maybe I'm like being dramatic. I think let's go more like 80s. Icky Woods. Icky Woods. Why am I watching film on Icky Woods?
I mean, seriously, as someone who is a Cincinnati resident, I just don't understand what the appeal is.
The reason why is because I'm like looking at ACL injuries and like how players come back and stuff. And Icky Woods had like he came back and was so bad that it was a joke. So I was looking at the way he got injured and stuff and how he played before and afterwards.
Well, let me ask this.
This is what I do for fun, and this is why I'm single.
Single and grinding the tape, not ready to make it start.
It's real icky over here.
It's like fantasy football Twitter.
Basically.
Yeah.
Literally.
So on the Steffi Smalls swag index, where does the Icky Shuffle land? Is it like completely swagged out like a 10? Is it kind of swagged out like a 7, 6?
I think that like 8.5 is very solid for Woods. Icky Woods had some swag. I mean, this guy was awesome. But then let me tell you, he tore that ACL injury. It was all downhill for Icky Woods. It's like RG3 and Icky Woods. They just never came back from him.
That was so stupid when RG.
Yeah.
Why did he go back on the field?
No.
Why? Oh my God.
That was Shanahan's fault.
Everyone. Well, yes, he shouldn't. He didn't have a timeout to call. RG3 just ran back on the field. He was declared out. And then, well, first off, the bad snap. If it weren't a bad snap, there wouldn't have been none of the RG3. Because
I forgot about that. Yeah.
There was that bad snap, and then he kind of reached for it, tore his ACL completely.
For the second time.
There go. Yep, for the second. And there goes his. Just don't go back in for one. They weren't going to. I almost said we. I'm a Washington fan in recovery. They weren't
I'm a Washington fan.
They were not going to pass the second round, no matter what. Even if they beat the Seahawks, they weren't going to go past the second round, no matter what. So we could have had such a good career from RG3. Oh, I'm so sad to be robbed of that career.
It's the Washington way. It's okay.
I just love how you – I love how you jump off of the Washington bandwagon, per se, like after they try to get their act together.
Well, not really, because I jumped off for the cheerleader thing that happened 2 years ago. I'm not interested in being a fan of Dan Snyder or any of that franchise.
So what are you a fan of?
The NFL, my fantasy teams, mostly my cash teams in DFS.
It's like Rob Lowe wearing the shield.
Right, exactly.
But you always still hold a little. It's still a little near and dear to your heart. You can never really fully get rid of the fandom.
I think I hate them more than I hate any other team.
So
actually,
that's good for talking things out.
Right, exactly. No, I mean, they had the cheerleader thing coming out about the calendar. That was 2 years ago, and they didn't get in any trouble for that. So I jumped off board then. And then here comes Gabe. And then it came back up this past year, and I'm like, that's 2 years old. Everyone just brushed it under the rug the first time until all the other stuff came out with Washington.
We'll see how you feel after that Four Loco hits.
Please don't start crying.
You'll be a Washington fan by the end of the night.
Every
He's gonna be pissed watching
Terry McLaurin.
years.
I do like Terry.
Terry, come back.
Terry, come back.
That defensive line's so good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my
I was going to say they're
gosh.
gearing up to make a run. That Washington team. They get a quarterback. It's going to be crazy.
I don't know if it's the best in the league, but it's definitely gonna be. You got that many guys on a rookie contract. Oh my goodness.
When's the last time Washington went back-to-back as division champions?
That whole team, that whole division.
No one in that division has.
It's always somebody new.
I don't know when the last time an NFC East team went back-to-back. I'd imagine it was probably the Giants.
Eagles.
Well, you would know, wouldn't you, Steph?
I think
Eagles
it was.
won the last.
Honestly,
Eagles won 01 through 04.
yeah, but then
But I think the Giants were
7,
after
they
that.
won
Super
11.
Bowl, the
They
Super
won,
Bowl, and at
and then
least
one
the
more
year before.
time, 2000. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm like so tainted by OBJ and his crap, pun intended, that I just don't like. I don't even know what happened those
I
years.
think it was the
So
Giants.
blinded
that were back to
by-
back last.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
One of those Giants championships, they didn't even win the division because they were on the road.
Because they are a wild card.
You're right.
Yeah.
But I think that was the second one.
Don't
Second
remind
one.
me.
Yeah, you're right. It's been a long night. So.
Because the first one, they were actually nasty. They had Michael Strahan, right?
2011
Justin
didn't
Tuck,
necessarily
Osi
deserve-
Numanura.
Yeah.
They called it the race car D line. Yeah.
That's how you win with defense.
Some really good linebackers. I can't remember.
Was he's a coach now from Herm Edwards. I can't think of his name, but he's a coach for Herm Edwards.
Do you
He was
guys
on-
remember Earth, Fire, and Ice?
Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce, yeah.
Can anyone remember the names of the 3 running backs that made up Earth, Fire, and was it Ice? Wind? Earth, Fire, and Wind.
Why did they not-
Ahmad Bradshaw.
Why are you
One.
saying it in that?
One.
Jacobs.
Jacobs is 2. One more.
Was it not Tiki?
That's is it
Too early?
Cruz?
I
Andre
hope someone
Brown.
else remembers, 'cause I
Andre
think it's-
Brown. Ooh.
Let me fact
Deep
check
cut.
this.
He was a fun-
Andre
he was a fun
Williams?
streamer.
No,
I was
it wasn't
legitimately
Andre
asking.
Williams.
I'm thinking it's Hakeem Nixon's too.
Where? I was about to say Ward. Where was the third? Earth, Wind, and Fire. Thank goodness for the fake chat.
I thought you were trying to summon the other Planeteers.
Right.
Brandon Jacobs, man. Oh my goodness, was he fun to watch?
He's oh my god, I adore him. I have like 7 jerseys of his.
Gabe would have got that heart ring because he was the last one to get here.
Okay, look, I'm just out here, you know,
I thought you
making a
saw-
brand for this show, you know,
Ooh.
coming in here early. I'll say it again. If you were here pre-show, you know, on the Open Bar Patreon, the openbar.com/Patreon or patreon.com/ the Open Bar, you know, in whichever order that's supposed to go in. We were here pre-show, okay, hours before, you know, and I was even here minutes before,
I wasn't.
pure minutes, and I was ready, and I was going to say, look, everyone, to everyone that's here, and I had to come and meet Felix for the first time. I felt bad if I just slid in and I was like, hey, oh, by the way, I'm this person. I would feel badly about that.
We all know who
So
you are, Gabe.
I look, see, that's what I appreciate about you, Felix. No, I will not be ridiculed for promoting the brand of the Open Bar. Whoever that was you and your shitty list. Yeah. Why are you cannot talk to me.
Please,
Well, if you wrote that list to be, you couldn't even read it.
can we please just talk about
No.
the portion of the list? that
He's
says
baiting
Mexican
us.
again?
No, he's baiting us.
We're being baited.
I'm just gonna point to it. That's all I'll say.
Oh, it's gonna be a long.
I signed a hold harmless agreement before I came on here. So
All right. Well,
sign
J
any-
Mike, I'll tell you what, J Mike, I don't like coming into this show late. I've decided I don't like it. I didn't know what we were talking about. I had to catch up with the earth, wind, fire thing that was set out of order. And now we're here, and I feel okay that I'm caught up. You know, I feel I can take control of the show. You know, the reins, if you will. We can start with our typical weekly sea shanty that we do. You know, hey, I thought it was crazy when he said one day, or what do you say? One day when the tonguing is done, I was like, okay, what did we just get into here?
I didn't sign up for that.
And then it turns out it's like about whales or something, so it's not that bad. But anyway, all right. So I don't know.
I'm just confused at 10 o'clock. I'm very concerned. Like I'm nervous for my
Hey.
well-being. Okay.
All right, but look, we're live. It's a thing. It's the open bar. It's 9:30 Eastern ish. I don't know if J Mike's
Best
done this
time
already.
zone.
This is why I don't like to come in late. 'Cause I don't know if he's like, has he already done intros and outros? Are we doing outros now? Are we leaving the show? Is this over?
Complete.
Deuces.
I just came for Brandon Jacobs. I mean, if that's over, I'm out.
Brandon Jacobs follows me. That's my dude.
What?
Oh snap!
Oh,
OC,
okay.
Justin Tuck. Those are my dudes.
All right. Okay.
Well, they
You didn't have to flex on us. We
I'm
just
nervous.
Get him on
I'm
the-
nervous
get him
and
on the
crap,
pod.
Okay?
Get him. Have him join the cult. Steph, come on.
Yeah, I'm trying. We're working.
All right. Yeah. Well, we're here, man. J Mike, what's up? How you doing? How you feeling? What's good?
I feel good, man. I have we had a fun pre-show conversation. We've got Wildy in rehab already as a recovering Washington football team fan, and we laugh at the fact that he's finally off of the bandwagon as they try to get their like lives together. Like they looked themselves in the mirror and was like, you know what, I got to do something. I don't look quite like I did back when I was feeling good in my 20s. Like they got it together, and he was been a lifelong fan, and all of a sudden, like he's not all of a sudden. It's been a long time coming, but now he's out. But anywho, it's good to be here with you, Gabe. Good to see you. Got a haircut, trim my beard.
Talk about
I haven't had my hair or beard this short for, at least a year plus. So yeah, I'm feeling good, man. Sure, decades. We'll go with that. But I'm feeling good. Good to be here, and good to have a couple rookies. Good to have a couple of our veterans, all of which are friends. So this will be a good time.
You know, the open bar is really about balance. You know, little of this, little of that. Some veterans, some rookies. We're eliminating the word rook from our vocabulary, starting this last year in June of 2020. If you know, you know. But all right, we've got some guests. We'll start with the rookies, that is, and because we're kind in that way. All right, and ladies first, of course. So I look. If you know anything about Steffi's playlist here, as far as the get down, I do say lady, but I say it with a grain of salt because my goodness, the girl does not just have claws in drink form, but certainly has like literal claws.
Okay. I hope my mom is not watching. Is that mercy? No. Probably yes.
Steph, welcome to the open bar. You made it. You begged. You pleaded. You made it. Welcome. How you feeling?
I know. I feel like this is a rite of passage. Ever since I had like 100 followers in October, and I'm like, look at the open bar. They're just so cool. Oh, this is cool.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of waiting to get my invitation, I decided I'll just invite myself on, and then they can't say no, and it works. So here we are.
The plan is I will start with 100 followers and maximize that 7,000%.
And then I'll invite.
And then I'll invite myself.
And then I'll delete my Twitter account.
Case closed. Steph, I don't do this often, but and I probably wouldn't have done it if I didn't have it in the fridge already. But this is for you tonight. Okay. We're getting litty.
That's so
let's go claws. All right.
Yes, thank you.
Everyone else drinking claws around the world. Cheers.
Your four locos, whatever you do over there in the top right.
Yeah. No, we're gonna talk about that. All right. Welcome though, Steph. Happy to have you.
Yes.
The next rookie in line, a new rookie to me. J Mike. Look. J Mike's been doing pretty well as far as this whole co-host thing goes. You know, I was going over his head for a while and, you know, just inviting people, you know, and now J Mike's like, oh, okay. You think you fancy, huh? Watch me. Watch this. Take a look. He said, I got sharp review. Felix in the flesh. Felix, what's good, dude? Nice to meet you. Good to have you on the show. How you feeling?
Ooh.
I agree with Steffi. It's like a rite of passage. I mean, anybody who listens to fantasy football podcasts, more than one in a day, you probably heard Gabe's voice twice. So, I mean, and J Mike, I mean, I can't, he's setting the example for all of us young black men on fantasy football Twitter. But this is crazy. He sent the invitation. He said, "Do you want to come on?" I didn't even answer. I just said, "Bro." That's what I said. I said, "Bro." What do you mean? Do I want to? Yeah, I'll come on. So I'm just glad. This is crazy. This is crazy. I gotta tell my mama I made it on fan.
Wow.
My mom's probably watching. You can tell my mom.
These kids are
Hey,
wild,
Miss
man.
Smalls.
You can follow
Mama
her on
Smalls.
Twitter.
Mama Smalls, I made it.
She's on Twitter, guys. She causes a ruckus, let me tell you. She's either tweeting about Aaron Rodgers' butt or just asking me what I'm tweeting about when I say #sex or whatever.
Yep.
You have to explain, gets involved. So
Larry Fitzgerald's got the best butt road, right? I mean,
no, what's that?
100%. 100%.
101.
Dump truck.
My example, but
Yes.
I can't even think of a second.
Who'd you say, Wildy?
my example, but we were watching the Super Bowl. My wife, friend, his girlfriend, they're talking about all the butts. I said, "You haven't seen an NFL butt till you've seen Larry Fitzgerald butt."
There
They
you go.
said, "Show me his butt." Pull up a picture of Larry. Yup, that's the best butt. That's it. That's it. Yep.
He said, "Oh,
Josh
when
Allen
you grab
has-
his butt."
That's a consummate professional butt right there.
Right.
You know you've made it in the fantasy football industry when you know players by their butts. That's
Oh,
how
yeah.
you know you made it.
You know who you can't miss is Aaron Rodgers' butt. I don't know what it is about
What?
that butt. It's like you can just tell it's Aaron Rodgers' butt. It's kind of saggy.
Really?
but not
It's saggy.
skinny. It's
It's
like,
saggy. He's got a wet
right?
diaper butt.
You said it before I said it because it's a little saggy. It's a little
Yep.
weird.
He's got a wet diaper. That's
Oh,
You
got
guys
that
are going to
cream
notice
of
it
wheat.
now. You're going to text because you'll never watch Packers game the same.
All right, hold on, J Mike. I think we've already gone too far in naming two players' butts, but I think we have a draft upon us.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're right. This is the FF Cream of Wheat draft. Yo, FF Porridge draft.
Oh
no. Come on, man.
Porridge.
I need more alcohol.
Yep. We don't need it. Well, we can revisit it. We'll
I
see.
don't
Start
need
thinking about butts though. All right. But anyway, nice to have the newcomers on the show, Steffi, Felix.
It's nice.
Onto the vets. All right. The real ones, the day ones. All right. Felix, Steffi, you got some work to do. All right. Take notes. All right. These fellas been around a while. Okay. Look at their backgrounds. Okay. They came prepared. They know what this is about. Wildy says the open bar back there. I don't know what free Jalen Hurts means. That's not an open bar reference, but I guess we'll have to make it one tonight. And then, oh geez, Kev with his, never mind. He has a sticker on his Steph says she got to mute herself. She's gonna get too litty. Kev got his what do you call it, Woody Page board essentially with the open bar sticker, the ish. All right, Steffi's gonna learn about ish tonight apparently. All right, and I don't know if we'll talk about the list. I don't know if I have the energy in me to talk about the list, but that's 2 years back and I still think about it. You're living rent free in my brain, bro. So we'll start with you, Kev. What's good? Welcome back. How are you doing? Better luck next year, Packers? I don't know.
Yeah, better luck next year. Last time I was on here 2 years ago, I was in New York. Now I'm repping North Dakota here in Carson Wentz, Trey Lance country. So great to be back on here, and I'm sorry for whoever I offend with my pizza list. And I'm just going to say this because I didn't want to put it on there and ruin the aesthetic because I'm an OCD about symmetry and all that. It's not that I don't like pizza. I just like other stuff better. That's all I'm going to say.
You put it in red, though. Like, you want it to be talked about. You are fishing.
It's like the ESPN graphic where they got to highlight it, like with the whatever you're talking about. It's the best I can do with my 1999 whiteboard there. So
in
we don't have the budget.
I was just about to say in 1999 that whiteboard might be considered cutting edge. Just gonna throw that out there.
That's
That's
exactly where I was going. I was like 99. Shit, my parents
See that?
because that looks pretty modern to me.
You need where's the smart board, Kev? Where's the smart board with the
I ain't that
projector
smart.
screen?
Are you kidding me?
All right. I can't with you. And on to the next. All right. On to the next. Wildy, a fatherly friend of mine, fathers of 2020 stand up. All right. Shout out to all the other fathers out there. But look, we need our year to shine. So what's good, man? How you doing?
Look, I'm just happy to be here, making new friends during this pandemic instead of my walls at my house. My wife and I, on our drive home, I said, it seems like everybody needs a little pick me up. What's the most savage thing that I can get at the gas station to drink tonight? And we both reminisced about our high school days with Four Loko. I never drank Four Loko. She apparently almost died drinking Four Loko. So I said, okay, I'll grab that. I thought it'd be funny. I thought I would lighten the mood. I think I'm fighting for my survival, though. So I'm not quite certain that it had the aesthetic I was going for, but hopefully I make it through.
So you've never tried it before?
No, I've heard that it's terrible. Goodness. So I stayed away from it like every other normal person would until tonight. And I can say it's and I picked watermelon because everybody said watermelon was absolutely the worst. And I'm drinking.
You got a wine glass too, right? You got a wine glass. There you go.
I don't want to spoil it, but I brought many different glasses for my Four Loko tonight.
What's the opacity? Come on. What's the, yeah?
Good, I think, right?
Good, I think, right.
My pinky's out for all those podcast listeners.
Shout out to everybody who's listening via podcast right now, but y'all are missing just Tuesday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern ish. You've got to get in on this.
Now I'm just picturing like going to like a fancy restaurant and asking for like a Four Loko. Like that's what I'm. I'll have your finest Four Loko, please.
You can leave the can.
You can leave your can.
I brought my own glass. Pull it out of your pocket.
I came with y'all.
All right. All right. So intros are done. That took 23 minutes. All right. So we have to make up an hour at least worth of content before we get to the outros. So, J Mike, any ideas?
Deuces. No, still no. Too early.
No.
Okay.
You look like that GIF or GIF. What is it even? I don't know. But where like it's a guy and he's wearing the black shirt and he disappears.
Just disappears.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Nothing pisses someone off more than posting that during a fight. I do that all the time.
The only thing that I ever think of is the song Crossroads. And I miss my Uncle Charles. Like every time I see him do that, that's all that I think of. See you at the crossroads. And he just oof. He's
lonely.
And I'm gonna have my
Especially Uncle Charles.
I love it. What are besides we got the rundown from Steph earlier that she's currently grinding the Icky Woods tape, the ACL bounce back research that she's doing. What's everybody into right now? Because I know that obviously for us dynasty players, we are heavy into trying to get our rosters together, heavy into seeing what these rookies are about. And some of us are heavy into Four Loko. So I'm just curious, what's your all's things right now?
J Mike, do not talk to me about being heavy into getting your roster together when you have the entire first round and almost the entire second round of Trade Addict 6. You're not getting your roster together. You're thinking about drafting Trevor Lawrence. He's trying to draft Trevor Lawrence at 112 is what he's trying to do.
We're in just to screw up ADP. Trevor Lawrence 112. What kind of rookie league is this? Who you playing with?
It's the
Children
worst
of the
nightmare.
poor?
Russ is going to say,
Just take Kadarius Tony 101. Take Kadarius Tony 101.
I'm
Just
taking
get real
Rick
ignorant.
McKitty at 101. So
I just love Wildy. See, we were talking about rent free, Gabe.
Yeah.
Rent free. Wildy and I are in a couple leagues together. You know, we text, we talk about life. Over the pandemic, he's been helping me trying to get my life together. He sent me fit to make sure that my behind is getting up and getting moving. And the only thing that Wildy wants to talk about is the one league that we're in together where I hold, I don't know, like 15 of the first 18 picks. Like, what's the deal, Wildy?
Do you know how rent-free you are? I actually checked to see if you had enough roster spots to draft all those positions, and you don't.
I sure don't, and it doesn't matter.
I literally counted every single player you had to see if you will be under the roster limits when you draft your picks. You will not.
You had to
And
go and
none of-
check
and
to
none of
see
it
if you had
matters.
more first round picks than actual picks in the first round. Like, there's only 12 picks in the
Well,
first round, bro. How you got 15?
The only thing that messed up J Mike having 18 picks in a row is that the 113 gets awarded. That's the only thing. Or he would have had through like what 208, J Mike?
207. 207 to be
Okay,
fair.
It would have been 207, but I think it was Shane, right?
No,
Shane
it's Brian Harr. Brian Harr is the thorn in my
113.
side. Shout out to the standard bearer himself.
Yep.
Yeah, so and I'm just curious. And I have a lot that I want to do. And Wildy, just thank you for confirming the fact that hey, I've got a place to go anytime I want.
And your team's not even bad.
This is Wildy's house.
That pisses me off.
Yeah, this is great. I didn't know that this was eating at you so bad. This is even
Every
better
day.
now.
This is
Now
my
I've got to lean
every
into
day.
this. But I'm just curious. I'm just curious. What? No, I don't want to get away from my original question. I can come back to Wildy's Dome anytime. Back to my original question. What are you all into right now?
Your
Draft picks? Anybody? No?
You shouldn't be.
I
able to
literally
buy-
just made a trade like 2 minutes before jumping on. I just traded CeeDee Lamb for T. Higgins and a high third because I want me some T. Higgins like everywhere, and I'm getting shit for it.
Yeah. I would have asked for a player instead of a third.
Oliver. G. I said G instead of J. Was anyone going to correct me? I'm trying to get rid of OBJ. That's my thing today. I decided I've committed to getting rid of him. I think some suckers will buy him.
He was the wide receiver 40-ish in ADP this February, right? 40 something. I'll buy it. 40 something.
I would
Sounds
too.
personal, Steph.
It is personal.
Yeah, 40 something. I'm in. I haven't been in on him since he was drafted. He's been too high, but at 40 something, I'm like, man, that's just assuming he's just not going to finish a season, which maybe he won't, but
Yeah.
he's got a lot more opportunities to finish the season ahead of him.
He's old to come off that ACL. I don't buy it.
Well, you might know more.
And he
You
likes
definitely know more about an ACL
that
tear
is
than me,
just
but
enough for me. Those
but
are
my point is
He's
just
old. He likes to get pooped on. He's annoying. Like, these are like the reasons. You have to have reasons that you want to get rid of someone. So those are my reasons.
The reasons.
I
You
agree
can't
with you.
trust a man that wants that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if that's anyone. Is that the ish?
If anyone likes that,
Is that the ish? No.
Deuces.
just the price.
Oh, I get it now. It's J Mike. Okay, great.
No, listen.
No.
Me and OBJ do not go in the same sentence. However,
Oh, deuces. We're talking deuces, not
yeah, that's
Yeah.
Gabe's thing too.
Yeah.
I just
No.
commandeer it from time to time.
So he's someone I'm getting rid of. That's all. Let's roll with that.
It had multiple layers to it.
Like an
There's
onion.
levels to this ish.
Yeah. That just sounds so wrong. Gabe, are you okay with what's happening with your boy OBJ right now? Because it's your man's.
That's true. I'm with him on getting shit on. Figuratively. What? Did they cut the pod off? Did my audio? I said figure.
It's not figurative. Quite literally.
I am okay.
I mean, OBJ at wide receiver 40 something. I mean, is it
40 something? Like, yeah, that's where I'm okay. Fine, I'll take him. I guess that's where.
Yeah, that's certainly a point at which you should be interested, considering just the possibility of coming back to, his prototypical form. And when you say that you're selling, Steph, what are that
So
you are throwing offers out? Are things coming for?
These are coming in
your inbox. What are some things that we're looking at here for OBJ? Because I don't know.
I just got an offer, which is absurd. People are crazy with what they offer. I don't know if anyone saw. I posted today. Someone offered me. I was gonna give away this Galladay and AJ Dillon for Mixon and a second. It's like 209. What?
Okay.
I don't think that's fair. That's just not. I think we need to think about that a little bit more. But people are offering a lot for OBJ. People are very high on him. Someone offered me Komet in the 3rd round for him.
What?
Komet third, is it like T premium? I mean, it doesn't even matter to me. Like what?
I will yell at you.
I think everyone's being a little like let's think about it a little bit. I mean,
third on that ham sandwich, maybe we got something.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about Mixon because I've always been a Mixon hater, but I mean, he had a whole year off, and last year you would have been rushing to accept that. So I'm just thinking, like,
oh no, I wouldn't.
And you don't think so?
No.
So and a new contract. So what I was talking about with Chris Allen the other day, of course, I had to get the Chris Allen shout out in there. Was that do I really care about running back age or do I care about running back contract? Because what we're always worried about is that second contract. Well, Mixon got that second contract. So I might need to think about that a little bit more because I've never been on Mixon, but if it's going to be pretty cheap, I mean, he missed all last year. I'd imagine you're going to get a discount rate.
I think Dillon is being very under.
Oh, I love AJ Dillon. Those quads.
Though, no?
Now's the time before something you figure out what happens with Aaron Jones. I don't think he signs under any circumstances.
Right,
but
no. Right, but that's the problem because everybody's going to want a premium because something might happen to Aaron Jones. So you might as well just wait now to see if you're going to pay the same price. You're going to send him for the same price regardless because everyone's going to want the Aaron Jones leaving premium even if he's not leaving. So you might as well just wait on the news.
But people are not. They don't think that Dillon is worth a lot. He's like nothing. People think that they can get like they're trying to trade me a fucking kicker at this point for Dillon.
Oh,
like,
I drafted him late in rookie drafts everywhere. I think he's very.
But you're not going to get Mixon for Galladay and Dillon. Are you crazy?
I mean, I probably would try to trade AJ Dillon at this point before the draft because they could take a running back and tank his. I never liked AJ Dillon, and you've got some backs in this class. Well, at least one that is a similar size and can play in between the tackles. And Ramondre Stevenson, I'd much rather have Steve. I would see what I can get for AJ Dillon.
He's very unlike the Packers.
They might also they might try to re-sign Jamal Williams for much cheaper.
He's going to be cheap.
Yeah.
He's going to. Why would you even keep Aaron Jones? As incredible as he is, Jamal Williams has fit in like lock and key every time Aaron Jones is injured. So take Jamal Williams for cheaper. But the point is, it's always going to be a two back backfield. So yeah, I mean, probably I love AJ Dillon, but if you're saying AJ Dillon's going to share the backfield regardless, which you're probably right, then yeah, find someone in your league that thinks AJ Dillon's going to be a workhorse. Get rid of him.
But you're not getting Galladay too. Now you're being ridiculous, guys. Like that's fine. You're not getting Mixon for Galladay and
right. Well, you got to wait to see what Galladay lands.
Over.
Yeah.
People want to pay cheaper for Galladay because they don't know where he's going to land. That's just
he's getting cash. I don't even know why.
Yeah, you got to hold him.
I really want to know what you can get for OBJ. Go ahead.
This is great. These three guys right now. Well done, Zach.
Yes,
this
exactly.
fascinates me. This fascinates me to no end right now. I'm in ADP. Gabe, we haven't played this game in a while. Can we play it?
God, I love games.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love a
All right,
good game.
y'all. Usually it's accompanied by random questions, but I'm just gonna go straight through ADP this time. One word answers. Everybody ready?
Back. It's 2021.
It's
The
back.
open bar
It's
is
back.
back.
Like,
One word
yes or
answer.
no, or what kind of one word answer?
One word answer.
Can I say fuck?
Steph, you're
No,
gonna
I'm-
have to watch all of our shows back to understand the reference.
I
but-
watched 2 last night.
I know, but all of them, Steph.
What else do you want from me?
All of them.
We've been doing this for a lot of years now, and by a lot I mean like 4. So
4, I think, right?
yeah. So all right, one word answers, and usually, Steph, I will give you the options. Basically, it's an either or. It's not. We don't get that creative here. We don't got that kind of budget. Looking at the.
Sorry, I just had a crazy trade. Okay, go ahead. Afterwards.
Yes, hang on to it because I definitely want to come back. I want to start with Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon, according to the good folks over at DLF website that Gabe and I own, co-own, obviously. So shout out to all the people that work for us at DLF. We got Joe Mixon. Yeah, Wildy runs our mailbag show over there. Appreciate you, Wildy. Putting in work. That was it, Jelly Bean of the Month Club on the way to you. Joe Mixon in January ADP. RB 19. Okay, this is a non-superflex league. I mean, non-superflex ADP that we're looking at. Joe Mixon or his teammate T. Higgins. Who would you rather have? One word answers. Wildy.
T.
Kevin.
What?
T. Higgins.
Felix.
I'm gonna take T. Higgins also.
Steph.
Was Mixon the other option?
Yes, we couldn't even get through one round. It's perfect.
I am
yeah.
going Mixon. Sorry. One answer.
No, it's
Mixon.
perfect. Mixon. Okay. Awesome. Gabe.
Higgins. Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
I kind of just want it to be different.
Twist my arm.
Which way did you go, Gabe?
I'd say T, but I understand where the Mixon would come from. It makes sense still.
Okay. Just as a heads up, Mixon is going 2 spots before T. Higgins in ADP.
Let's go.
What round?
Joe Mixon is 35 overall. T. Higgins is 37 overall.
Oh,
That
why are
makes
you
me
so
so
down?
mad.
Should we talk?
So what is at the end of the third? End of the third? Yeah, end of the
Yeah, Mixon's in the 3rd and Higgins is in the 4th.
Hey. Okay, let's keep this going. Joe Mixon. Gabe, this will be fun. Joe Mixon.
No.
Mike Evans.
No.
We'll start with you, Kevin.
Evans.
Felix.
Give me Joe Mixon. Excuse me.
Steph.
Joe Mixon.
Give me Mixon again.
Gabe.
What does Mike Evans have to deuces?
Yes. What does Mike Evans have to do, sis? Wildy.
Not have to share talent across the field.
Look, the problem with Mike Evans is that nobody would ever buy him off me, so I don't want to be stuck with the bag. So I guess I'll take Mixon. I can't keep Evans. Nobody will buy him ever.
All right. This
Wait,
will be
was
the
that
last
the
one.
was that the question? We're
was the
trying
answer?
to.
I'm just saying, who would I rather have on my dynasty team? Well, Evans, once you get him, you're stuck with him forever. No one will ever pay what he's worth. You're just stuck. I don't know why it happens. I don't make the rules, but nobody will trade for Mike Evans. So
Who do you think is longer from this point right now? Who do you think is in the NFL longer, Mike Evans or Joe Mixon?
Well, Mike Evans, but I'll trade Joe Mixon before I have to worry about that.
Yeah. See, I think that Mike Evans' game is not going to age well. I mean, Vincent
That's
Jackson,
fine, too, yeah.
rest in peace. His game
Oh, my
fell off
goodness,
really
yeah.
quick, and that's the comp for Mike Evans. And
True.
so I think it's going to be like a year or two, and the Mike Evans game is just going to be like so.
Maybe post
I
Tom
think Mike
Brady.
Evans is the guy that comes in and he has a couple really great plays, and then everyone gets super excited about Mike Evans. But when you look at it on paper, it's not as like exciting as you think.
I don't know.
There's still a chance for that
1,000-yard seasons in a row. 7. I mean,
but there's still a chance that Joe Mixon's value hasn't reached his peak yet.
Oh, it hasn't.
Mike Evans' peak value is long gone. So
I don't know that I disagree much, but didn't we have Joe Mixon in the first round a couple years ago? Can anybody check me on that? I'm pretty
Probably
sure.
back end, yeah.
112.
He's missing a foot.
Well, right, but you're saying, I mean, he has been the 112 before. Like, he's definitely not going to be the 112 again.
He hasn't had his career high yet. Mark my words.
January 2019, he was 16 overall.
Okay, is it the highest?
Well, I should have just done the fancy thing where you look at the chart, but I'm too busy doing this the hard way.
I was about to look up the chart myself. I love that.
Yeah, I'm just doing it the hard way, like clicking through year by year. It's like, how can I track this really quickly?
I'm Nike. Click.
We're just not super familiar with our website yet, you know.
Yeah, apparently.
Guys, I do it for you every week.
Doing amazing.
Yeah, Willie, his appreciate you, Steph. His peak was July 2020. He was 7 overall.
So he's not going to be 7 overall again, but he could probably be like mid-second again, maybe. So I mean, honestly, for running backs, all it takes is a 3-touchdown week. Give me a 3-touchdown week from Joe Mixon. I'm selling him for sure.
Yep.
Okay, I've got one left, and this one's specifically for Gabe, but I really am curious to what everyone has to say. Joe Mixon or Cortland Sutton? Gabe, we're starting with you.
Sutton. You can't bust him. FOH. FOH.
Wildy.
Mixon.
Okay. Kevin.
You're throwing these awesome wide Mixon.
Okay. Felix.
yeah, this one is tougher, and I think I'm still going to go Mixon here.
Steph.
And I'm going Sutton all day. Listen, there's no way you get someone. They're going to have a better scenario at QB next year, and you're going to go Sutton all day. There's no way.
I hope so. We'll see.
Can we? So just to give you all again a peek at the ADP here. It looks like there's a buying opportunity for you folks. Joe Mixon again, 35 overall. Mr. Bustin' My Suttons, Cortland, 52 overall. 52 overall.
None my Suttons, baby.
The problem with Sutton is how do you project market share when you can't even project? You can't even project attempts. You don't know.
It's to manipulate people, and then you just like trade in the manipulation. It's like all about the manipulation.
Yeah, but you might be the one getting manipulated if he doesn't get a higher target share.
I think the only question is, do you think Cortland Sutton's the best pass catcher on his team?
We don't know. Yeah. We haven't seen them play together.
Yeah, I do.
100%.
No, I'm saying with the information, because you have to make the bet now. You can't wait to make the bet, right? He'll be back from the ACL. We're going to see him cutting. He's going to be cooking in camp. It's going to be too late, right? So you have
even
to
if
make
he is
now.
even if he is the best wide receiver on that team, is he like 30% market share better than Noah Fant and Jerry Jeudy,
Yes,
AJ Hamler?
absolutely.
No, I don't think so.
Felix, that's a good point. I don't think it needs to be 30%. That is a good point, though. But we do need him at his price to be reaching 20. And if we've got 18% guys on that team, they're all too expensive. If we get even Fant, if we get Fant, we get Jeudy, and we get Sutton up to around 18%. All 3 of them are too expensive in tight end.
I think Fant is very overpriced, though, because I think that the league is in a weird scenario with tight ends in general, where it's like we have 3 very good tight ends, and then there's 2 in the middle, and then the rest can like literally go fly a kite. I think that's just that's the situation we're in. So I think the Fant is very. I'm taking tight ends very early in these startups because if it's not Kelsey, Kittle, or Waller, I don't really give a shit. To be honest.
Mike, can I pose a question, please?
Let's hear it. You know what this is. Yeah, come on.
I just want to ask, can we do Hawkinson or Fant?
Hawkinson and Fant they're in the middle.
I just want to know one or the other. Which one are we picking now?
Which one?
1 year later.
Easy.
Yeah.
Who'd you say, Steph? Oh,
Hawkinson for sure.
Yeah, Hawk.
Hawkinson.
Everyone's Hawk. Even with
what was I know this is typical open bar fashion, but what was the question?
Hawkinson or Fant?
Oh, the Hawkaburger Deluxe. Come on.
Woo!
I don't know, man.
I don't know either, man.
Hey, look,
You know,
Mike.
you know.
Who else are they gonna throw the ball to in Detroit? I mean,
No,
you know,
Are we dismissing Mark Andrews so quickly?
No. I just want to know those two because they were the huge fight 2 years ago when they came out. 1 year ago when they came out. So I just want to know where we stand now.
And look
No,
at-
I know because Steffi said,
in the middle.
you know, those are the two in the middle, and then she said the top three. So I'm just wondering
Oh,
where
right. Yeah.
Andrews fits into that because I still think that he's in that second tier of guys.
Well, top four because we have Kyle Pitts, right? So
Of course, absolutely, of course.
Turn up.
mm,
oh, I
Nothing
hope
gets
Kyle
people more
Pitts doesn't
fired up
do
than
to us
Kyle
what
Pitts.
Evan Ingram did to us.
Well,
There's
Evan
nothing right
Ingram
now
is
that gets people
definitely
fired
in the top tier. If we were
Kyle Pitts is going to break our hearts just like Evan Ingram.
I don't know.
No doubt about it. I am ready to get hurt again.
Yes,
Yeah.
I am
I'm not,
too.
actually. Jason
but-
Garrett and Evan Ingram,
Everybody hurts.
Fleming can go, you know, get in a
But
train.
that's not true. But that's not true about Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram paid off.
If you
Where?
Yeah, he
sold-
made a Pro
you
Bowl
sold
this
him.
year.
No, was it the first season that he played when everybody in New York got hurt.
Yeah.
He was the only man standing, and he was awesome. The value paid off out the gate for him.
Oh, you're right.
Now,
yes.
what happened after the fact? After
They
I
don't
the
use
love
him that
1
way.
year of Evan Ingram being like kind of good. If you actually look at his stats, it's really not that impressive. I don't know where we got all excited.
in
I
the
wrote
tight
a
end landscape.
whole article on Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram can't catch a ball. And Jason Garrett has amnesia. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm in medical school, so I'll diagnose it. He literally has fucking amnesia and thinks that it's Witten. So I'm all aboard the Pitts train. I don't care. We need a wide receiver one. That's fine. Figure it out in free agency. Like you need, if we're gonna if we're gonna only target tight ends, then you got to get a tight end that can catch a ball. 35 points. Ew. Evan Ingram sucks.
I think I had one cash week with Evan Ingram, and it was pretty disappointing. So I'm on board with everything you just said.
He stinks. He's horrible. And also, like, he's going on his 5th year. You don't have a break. There's no breakout after year 4.
Did they pick up his option? I'm assuming that his option.
The only thing that they could do is once this season starts, they could start looking at. They're going to tag him though. That's the problem with the Giants. They're too loyal. It's annoying. Like, stop being so loyal. If we hate someone, get rid of him.
You literally can't.
They'll tag him. He's going to get tagged.
You couldn't pay me to draft a rookie tight end, to be quite honest with you. Like every year, I'm just thinking about it now. I'm thinking back to OJ Howard, thinking about Evan Ingram. Now I'm thinking
and
back
David Njoku, all 3 of them.
But
Yep,
do you
David
think that
Njoku.
all those players, if they were on different teams, I think they'd be in a better scenario. I think
But
that
it just
Ingram could be a better player elsewhere.
But it just doesn't matter. They're not going to pay off what you were going to
You're
pay
right.
for them in the rookie draft. That's the
Is
problem.
Kyle
Like,
Pitts really a tight end, though?
well, we'll see. But he's going at people want to draft him at 106, and I just think that's absolutely absurd because then you're going to miss on either Wilson at quarterback, or you're going to miss on ETN, or you're going to miss on Devonta. Like you have to miss on. If you take him at 108, that's fine. That you didn't miss on one of the elite talents, but if you take him at 106, you have to miss on an elite talent. And how many times do you have to get bit in the butt drafting a tight end over an elite talent before you just don't? Do not take Kyle Pitts at 106, even if he's phenomenal. Is his chances of being phenomenal better than ETN being phenomenal? Is it better than Wilson being phenomenal? Even Lance, if he goes as early as some say? No. So I just don't. I like Kyle Pitts, and people are making me hate him because I am not going to take him at 106 or
I don't
107.
really catch rookies, though. I think that's a huge, the way that people value rookies, and I'm watching all these rankings go up. How are you ranking? Sam Darnold was predicted to be what? One of the most fantastic quarterbacks we've ever seen. No,
All 5 of them were.
now. So it's rookies. It's a very touchy subject.
Well, if you wait till draft day and sell them, you're going to make a profit. J Mike's going to sell all 26 of his.
I'm marking that down as mention number 2 from Adam Wilde. All right.
There have been a lot of
I've allotted myself
tight ends who just didn't pan out. My Detroit Lions have drafted 2 of them. 2 of them have been disappointments. We'll see on the third. But I mean, go to Vernon Davis. You got to go all the way back to Jeremy Shockey since the last time you were really satisfied with what you got out of a first round tight end. Oh, Eric Ebron, Brandon Pettigrew, now Hawkinson.
Trey McKinney, I'm telling you guys, remember that name, write it down. This kid is very good. If he gets a chance, if he gets drafted right, he is going to do very well in this league.
Tommy Tremble, I'll throw in another one.
I like him too. Yes, I just finished my film on all these guys.
Deep cuts. I like it.
I can go deeper on tight end. Zach Davidson out of Central Missouri.
Yes.
Watch out for him.
The next Logan Thomas is?
This is good because I do have. I'm just curious of y'all since we got the Kyle Pitts discussion going. Oh, this is great. Thank you for this.
Yeah, I
Zach.
thought we were talking about Cortland Sutton.
Thank you for this, Zach.
I thought we.
I'm down to go back to that.
I was ready to read a tweet about Jerry Jeudy, okay, and talk about how bad he was. But here we go about. No, it's fine. We can talk about the next Logan Thomas because that happens often.
What Andre 3000 say in the movie Be Cool? Don't give me no gun, then. Go ahead, man. Go ahead. Don't give me no gun. Go ahead. You gonna shout out about Cortland Sutton? You want somebody to not bust your Suttons? Go for it, man. Go for it.
Well, I just wanted to shout out real quick. I just wanted to shout out the co-owner of our site DLF, Ryan McDowell. He tweeted out something special about Jerry Jeudy. He said, verbatim here, since 1992, 820 players have had at least 113 targets in a season. Only 6 of them have managed fewer than 52 receptions. Jerry Jeudy had as a rookie.
How many were catchable? Do you have that statistic for me?
But no. Look, but that's I went in there in the comp. Hey, quick side note. Y'all ever go through tweets and I noticed that I didn't even like this tweet because I was like, I'm not a hater, on Jerry Jeudy. I'm just trying to rise up my King Cortland Sutton, so I'm not gonna like this. You ever just you ever get something in your brain? You like have a tweet in your brain, but you don't even like it. You just keep scrolling. You're like, interesting. Keep scrolling.
You're like, I like that, but I don't support that, so I'm not like.
Yeah,
exactly what it is. I do it all the time.
Yeah,
it doesn't fit my narrative, so no, thank you. I'm gonna
exactly. Yeah,
and then I shit about who knows what,
I'm pretty sure
worried about people going
1 catch, 10 target game, and I want to say that at least 6 or 7 of them were uncatchable. So I'm just saying, Drew Lock's over here tainting statistics, making my Jerry Jeudy look bad, and I like Cortland Sutton a lot too. I think next year is going to be your time to buy anyone from the Broncos offense because all their target share is going to be mishmashed. And then it's going to be like, are they going to have Drew Lock? Their target share was all 18. So, all right, I'm going to buy up all of them. And then they're going to draft a quarterback early, as long as someone's over 6 foot in the draft, that is.
I'm glad nobody said Josh Allen did it. So, Drew Lock can do it. Because I'm just waiting for
anything is possible.
That to be the thing.
Come on, Felix. It's only hard hitting stats here on the open bar.
Yeah. Here's another one.
Writers.
Here's another one. He only caught 73% of his catchable targets. 103rd in the league. Still not great. Hoping he's hitting the jugs machine every day this offseason. That's a tweet in the comments.
Bro, isn't that
hitting the jugs machine?
I love the disdain that Gabe is reading those.
You hear that?
Straight up disdain.
This guy, man.
It's so crazy how
let's start reading tweets on the show, James.
people in their $25 dynasty leagues
There's
feel
so
so
many-
entitled to a player. Like you got one $25 dynasty league and you feel like you got the goal to tweet this player and tell him he better be on the jug. Bro, like your
the jugs, bro.
your championship pot $75, and you're out here telling this dude that's making $1 trillion that he needs to be on the jugs. Like, trade him.
You need to put in that work.
Do better, bro.
These people got one free flea flicker league.
and then he quote tweets it and says, and gives him like the huff face emoji or whatever, huff puff face, whatever that's called, and then the dude who was just throwing shade hits the comments of that quote tweet and it's like, hey, we got an opening on the pod if you want to come on soon.
Yeah.
Judy posts a thing from like
hey Jerry,
he's at
JJ.
he posts a thing like he's at Olive Garden and there's the dude in the tweet going, "Why aren't you working right now? How dare you go out and eat?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Come on. Oh man, we've
As if
gone
Judy
down
would
this-
go to Olive Garden.
I mean, why not though? That's shrimp Alfredo.
Drew
Come on.
Lockwood.
Breaks work. Do we need
Drew Lock. I actually like Drew Lock. He's
Are
pretty
you,
dope.
Steph? Are you kidding me? Or did you?
There's some very serious podcasts that I go on.
Go on, girl. Go on with your bad self.
You guys have fun.
Drew Lock is to Olive Garden as Vince Young is to Cheesecake Factory.
Yo,
Bro, Cheesecake
Hold
Factory
on,
stresses me out.
I think we have a draft.
cheesecake is good though.
I think we have a draft.
It is.
Stop saying franchise names. We have a draft. All right.
Okay.
We'll get to it.
That's it right there. That's it. Well done, Gabe. The jambalaya too. The jambalaya's popping the cheesecake. Man, hold up.
Yeah, but it's stressful because you can't decide what to pick. You can only get one thing.
The original. Well, and it's funny you say that. And I'm not going to mention any more chains. Shout out to friend of the pod, Nate Hamilton, aka Robot Nate. Nate, aka Dominate. The original, which is probably one of my favorite ones, is he comped Tyrod Taylor to Golden Corral, and I lost it. I just lost it. He said, not only is that my comp, but I am like he should also just be working there. Like he shouldn't be in the league. He should be working.
The disrespect,
Like,
dude.
dang, the disrespect.
The disrespect. My man would have started 16 games if he didn't get jabbed in his lung, and he has to listen to this man on the internet talking about Golden Corral. Like, yes, he would have thrown more picks than touchdowns, but he would have started 16 games because Anthony Lynn would not have put a rookie in.
Oh, now he's our offensive coordinator, man. I'm just like,
Yep.
Los Angeles looking at y'all like, it's okay, you're welcome.
J Mike, if you
It's your man.
in case you wanted to live more rent free in my head, I was just thinking today how I worked so hard to steal Justin Herbert from you, and then I sold his ass for Josh Allen. And now they're basically the same value. Bro, I did Jedi mind tricks to get Justin Herbert off your ass, and then I felt like I needed a better quarterback, so I traded a first and Justin Herbert for Josh Allen, and then
Wow.
Justin
What? You
Herbert.
what?
Listen. This is before the lung puncture. Before the lung puncture, I traded Justin Herbert and a first for Josh Allen. But yeah, it's hilarious. So funny. But the funnier part is how much mental gymnastics I had to do because I had the 105 and the 107, and J Mike had the 106, and I knew he wanted Justin Herbert. So I had to figure out if I wanted J.K. Dobbins and DeAndre Swift, or did I want Justin Herbert and J.K. Dobbins? And J Mike was torn, so it didn't even matter if I took Swift or Dobbins anyways. So he just lives rent-free in my head every day. But yes, I did get Justin Herbert off you, J Mike.
Y'all, listen, man. As I've told y'all before, me and Wildy, we're boys outside of the FF streets. That's my man's. This guy has the nerve, in confidence. We discuss things all the time. We chop up life, whatever. has the nerve. She's like, hey man, so what are you thinking in TA6, man? Like what's going on? What are you planning on doing? What's your strategy? And like we open up to each other. I open up my heart. I share with him some flowers, some deep dark skeletons. Like, hey, this is what I plan on doing, man. You see these first, I'm starting to stack up. You see my plan for next year. You see me grinding. I'm not stressing over a quarterback, man. He's like, yeah, I'm kind of looking at quarterback too. I don't know, man. He sets me up for the okie doke. And Chris Allen, I know you. I see you in the chat. I'm naming you as an accomplice. I'm calling you as a witness. My man Wildy would go to Chris and talk. They talk through it, strategize. How they gonna get under my skin and try to snake Herbert or snake one of these quarterbacks away from us? And now the pick shake out, and we're making all these different trades throughout the offseason to get to this one day at the draft where everything magically comes together. And I'll be daggone if this man pulls a hard left turn and picks Herbert. We never discussed Herbert, but he was always asking me, so you think about one of the quarterbacks, man? You think about one of the quarterbacks? I'm like, no, man, I'm cool on the court. I like him, but I got things going on.
I knew exactly what I meant.
This guy takes Herbert, betrays my confidence, and nothing's ever been the same. And that's what you get for selling Herbert the way that you did.
Bro,
you played yourself. FF landlord over here. You played yourself.
Bro, that same draft, though, I tried to trade Diggs for Akers all the way from 106 to 112. 106, I offered Diggs. 7, I offered Diggs. 8, I offered Diggs.
I feel like we need to have a discussion about your trading strategy. I'm like getting worried a little. I mean, you need to look up.
So, bro, I got all the way to 112 without anybody taking Diggs or drafted Akers. That's unbelievable.
So anyway, all that to say, Adam and I, while close, I gotta be easier with him in this offseason. He be trying to do other stuff. Steph, can we please go back to the trade that you made?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, sweet. Guys, I got a crazy one. We need to talk about this. This is an issue. I couldn't have denied it more. So let's see. I would receive Julio Jones. Gag me.
Decent ass, by the way.
I would get Brown, Fant, and 206.
Which
Julio Jones?
Brown. Wait, which
what?
Brown?
Yeah, which Brown? Yeah,
Can't be AJ,
What can
right?
Brown do for
yeah.
you?
I'm like,
If it were AJ.
Hollywood.
Oh, okay.
Wait, which one did you say? I'm sorry.
So
Hollywood.
I would receive Julio
Hollywood.
Jones.
Yeah.
And I would get Hollywood Brown. No. I would send Hollywood Brown, Fant, and my 206.
Okay.
Nah.
No, thank you.
That's so rude.
See, Steph, this is why
I
I
know you're
reject.
watching Mr. Bo, and that was rude. That was rude.
Yes, this is why I just hit reject, and people get so mad. They're like, you should put a comment. By the way, J Mike, I only rejected you today because I was gonna try to counter, but I ran out of time. But most people, I just hit reject, and people get so mad and say that's bad trade etiquette. Blah blah blah.
Wait, so let me tell you guys a
Don't
trade.
waste my time then.
Let me tell you guys a trade. Let's see what side you guys are on. So these are the two sides you could be on. You either have Lockett and Ridley or Metcalf and Fant. What would you pick?
Metcalf.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, Ridley is had. He averaged almost 20 points a game.
But Lockett, you're
last year,
missing
but-
Lockett. Metcalf and Fant, or
Bro,
Lockett and Ridley.
I don't
Ridley
know. There
be
was
cooking?
Bro, Ridley, and you were just talking about how much you're hating on Julio Jones. I mean,
Just saying, Ridley be cooking.
but if
Ridley,
DK's on any side, I'm taking DK.
I'm less confident in my choice in this decision a month ago, so now I don't want to play this game.
I mean,
is
if
it
DK's
time
on the
for
side, I'm probably picking
Okay,
him.
so whatever. I don't like Lockett. I don't think he has I don't think
Nobody does. That's why you can't ever trade him.
Yeah.
Especially when Teddy Bridgewater is a quarterback next year for the Seahawks. I mean, after they trade Russ.
they'll probably be better off.
Is this more breaking news for the Carolina Panthers that we're?
Everybody's talking about the Carolina quarterbacks. For one, they're not going to have enough to get Deshaun Watson, and for two, just let Teddy cook, man.
I think they're
Let Teddy cook.
Yeah.
like Miami. You know how Miami did
A whole game.
they pull two out and be like this duo. I think they're going to do that in Carolina somehow. I don't know how, but they're going to do that.
So
No disrespect to Teddy Wilde, but he is most certainly a line cook.
Hey, everybody's got to start somewhere. Look, I like to tell myself I like to tell myself he just started his career, so give him some time.
Yeah, but he's a line cook with dignity.
Yes, exactly. He takes his job seriously. Okay.
Dignity rating.
Well, I'm just curious, real quick, when it comes to the 2020 season, just regarding Calvin Ridley and DK Metcalf, do you all know who had more fantasy points last season?
I think it's Ridley. Yeah, I know he was more points per game, but I think
Ridley was wide receiver 4, I think.
Yeah,
Metcalf
Ridley.
sucked in the second half.
DK Metcalf, and this is all season long, so this probably encompasses week 17. So everybody relax. I mean, I'm just pulling this straight from. Never mind. I'm not even shouting them out. They're not a sponsor. You don't get any love. DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf was wide receiver 7 on the season. Calvin Ridley, in one less game, mind you, wide receiver 5.
And then he's separated
between the two of them, separated by Justin Jefferson.
There's only 3 teams that can shut down Metcalf. First person to name all 3 gets. I'll send you a fucking koozie or something.
Ramsey, because he spits on fire.
Ramsey.
3 teams. Name the 3 teams. And
You're too close, man.
twice.
Well,
No.
Rams and Rams.
Yes, we get it. Next.
I don't
That was
know
good, Jay.
Patrick Peterson.
Thank you. I appreciate it, man.
So
Did the Cardinals?
teams that shut down Metcalf to basically having a bullshit like OBJ shit on my chest points is
I'm gonna check that clip.
Arizona Cardinals, New York Giants, and the Rams.
Logan Ryan did that to him. James Bradbury did that to him.
Bradbury.
So his worst games are against those 3 teams. Rams did it twice. Cardinals did it twice.
Yeah, J-Mike, you talk about rent-free, my dude. Ramsey lived rent-free in DK's head. I mean, he was like grown man and everybody, and then Ramsey steps on the field. It's like, nah, I'm not playing today.
Wildy, quick question. How many of my TA6 firsts could I give to get DK Metcalf?
Literally all of them would not be enough.
Okay.
So that's 12, by the way. 12
are you only saying that because
Is it
DK
though?
Metcalf's on your team? Is that why you're saying that?
DK Metcalf is indeed on my TA6 team.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Okay.
So not even like a handful of them. Just
3. Let me get the 101, the 106, and the 112, and we'll talk about it.
talk, man. Sorry, man. I'll talk to you. No,
He's a lawyer for that one.
Hey, less.
Yeah, for real. Litigation. Steph, I want the receivers. I like Calvin Ridley, man.
Yeah.
He's grown on me over the
if Julio Jones goes to the moon or somewhere else or whatever. I like Ridley when he is able to be a stud and be a star. He does perform better when he's on the field with Jones, but Jones annoys me. He's like, I like
Oh,
Ridley.
come on.
He does.
He gets his mail in the blue tent.
He is. I have no. Jones is on that.
Bro, come on. Put some
That was mean.
A person to have an inconsistency.
That's a first ballot Hall of Famer you're talking about. If Julio will make first ballot, I know for a fact because Calvin Johnson just did.
So who do you like less, Steph? OBJ or Julio? Because you've made mention of OBJ getting deuced on twice.
OBJ. Julio Jones will still be okay. He's fine. OBJ is
I've heard that before.
Heard it all before.
OBJ's I don't think that OBJ's fate is secured in in Cleveland. I don't see that as a
I agree with that.
fate.
Aren't they going to have a tough time getting rid of him?
Really? Will they? Because Tampa Bay loves to pick up street rats. It's like
Maybe.
like,
I
where
don't think they have room.
find the biggest street rat? And then when Tampa won't take them, the Pats will. So I think both of those places are beautiful for him.
I think Steffi just hates the year 2016 with
Yeah.
Beckham and
Well, it's
Julio.
very dramatic.
What do you think about Jordy? You hate him too?
I think I like him better than everyone else.
Kind of, sort of, maybe.
So there's a 0% chance Odell Beckham can be released next year.
Yeah, no way.
He can't be traded, but that's 12.791
Well, why do they need him?
million.
Does he spread the field that much more? Or does he do anything that really like adds productivity to that team?
Well, not really, because Higgins did phenomenal himself. But the point is, they can't do anything with him because they owe it.
But so do you wait? Here's the thing: do you trade him now when he has value, or do you wait until he proves the fact that he can get 2 targets a game? He's not going to be the most target player on the team.
But you can't trade him unless you're willing to pay maybe half that. Nobody's going to pay him $15 million next year coming off injury.
Yeah, the financial situation across the league is like serving.
Yeah, I think Odell's stuck on the Browns for 2021 no matter what. There's no way they can get rid of him.
He throws a fit because he's not getting targets. They're better off getting rid of him.
But also, he's Jarvis's best friend. I would love to play with my best friend. I don't know if he's really too angry. He just got injured. Baker was much worse with Odell on the field. I will give that because statistically, Baker was worse with OBJ on the field, but also psychologically, I feel like if you have someone whining all the time that they need to have the ball, it's gonna be. He was like the second and 3.5 read for Baker.
What?
Baker had to give him like an extra 2
I think
seconds.
those players are only going to develop more too. So OBJ is going to hit. He's going to become a shadow. There's no way over there. So he either goes to Tampa Bay with his boyfriend Tom Brady, or he's kind of going to just sit in the shadow.
I love Hollywood 2.0, Rashad Higgins, but
Hollywood.
This is going to be fun. This is what I meant to go to earlier. This will be a good time. OBJ or AJ Dillon? Which one would you rather have on your dynasty team?
Oh my goodness! What?
I'm the biggest AJ Dillon stan. You know,
You don't even have to. You could be the biggest. I don't care. What?
I need to know.
We're not doing
OBJ
this.
or AJ Dillon? Yes,
No,
we are.
we're doing
I'll tell you
outros.
why.
does anyone have
Gabe,
AJ Dillon?
Hey, come on. Gabe.
I mean, if your mind.
Go ahead. Go.
We don't even have to linger here. I just want to hear. I just want to hear the thoughts because I've got a point I want to make. Steph's like, no, I can't. I cannot.
Point then.
OBJ,
Go ahead.
OBJ or AJ? Everybody.
Who's starting? OBJ.
OBJ. Give me
AJ
Odell.
motherfucking Dillon. Are you guys crazy?
Bruh, come on.
Gabe, let's hear
You
it.
can't
Gabe.
hate him that much.
Look, Steph.
I don't hate him. He's 28 years old. He had an ACL tear. He's screwed, guys. Like, he's going to be on a team that is not going to give him the targets he wants. He has a bad attitude. There's no hope for this guy.
AJ Dillon.
Dillon's not going to get the touches he wants.
Right.
Research, guys. I know I'm like intoxicated and it looks like I don't even know what color this pen is. I understand that, but research shows after 25, once you get your ACL done, it's not good news. And OBJ does not have a good mindset. He's not Adrian Peterson.
I mean, I hear you on that, but do you know how many?
He's not Teddy Bridgewater. He's not coming back.
Do you know how many AJ Dillons I've seen that just didn't become anything?
Sure.
Like, that's the problem.
TJ Duckett.
And we just saw
But
TJ
AJ
Duckett, Kalamazoo stand up. But we also saw Emmanuel Sanders and Richard Sherman. Now these are Achilles injuries. I think an Achilles injury, but these are elite athletes. I think it's different if Mikel Ashore tears his ACL versus
Those are a different injury too.
Yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is I will lean on Odell being one of the best players we've seen at the position in the last 10 years and him being able to get back to form.
Sure.
He doesn't
But
even
it
have
is
to get
his
back to
worst,
full
too.
form.
No, not
Right.
even to beat AJ Dillon. Like I said, I loved AJ Dillon coming out. I took him in all my rookie drafts. But the point is, this will be my 10th year of Dynasty. I've seen a trillion AJ Dillons that I swore were going to be phenomenal.
Same that is like Joe leaving, like the scenario that is.
Yes, but then Jamal Williams gets signed for $5 million a
No one
year.
cares about
Less
Jamal.
than that, man.
Wes, you're right. 'Cause
Definitely.
Tevin Coleman got 2 years, $5 million each. So Jamal Williams is probably going to get half that, and he's going to love to stay there. $2.5 million, and then me and
They'll
Steph
probably
are
get
gonna
drafted back too.
AJ Dillon shares. Like, please put AJ Dillon in. Please put AJ Dillon in, and then Odell Beckham's going to be over there. What? Like,
Too much talent on the Browns for OBJ to really capitalize on. I think.
What talent though?
What talent?
Njoku or they don't.
Harrison Bryant.
Harrison Bryant. I mean, they're a good running game, and I think
You're acting like
Baker.
they make a playoff run.
They
have
did,
the
but
deep
I
talent that they have.
don't know that
their
their wide receiver core was the
OBJ
center of
is
that.
not
That's what I'm saying.
anymore, and I think that people forget that this guy is he's older now. He's 28. He's not. He's been in the league. This is not his first time around the block.
He's still the best receiver on that team, in my opinion. I mean, I wouldn't take
duh.
Rashard Higgins or Jarvis Landry or
Well,
anybody else.
no, I agree.
Whoa. Hold on, Felix.
Come on,
No,
I'm
this
rocking
is a
with you
what.
till you said
This is
that.
a what
Hold
does
on.
Mike Evans have to do, not a what does Jarvis Landry have to do, J-Mike. No.
don't look.
All I'm saying is
Jarvis Landry any chance
all the
I
way back to LSU, and I think literally the only season that they shared the field together on the same team, where Jarvis did not outscore OBJ, was like their freshman year at LSU. Every other year, Jarvis has outproduced Odell. I'm not saying that Jarvis's ceiling was the same as Odell's in New York. I'm just saying when they share the same team, Juice shows out. And Juice is gonna give you
and he shuts
wide
his
receiver
mouth.
15-ish always.
J-Mike, look, this
I'm just
comes
saying.
down. This goes all the way back to when Jarvis Landry was sorry if you're listening podcast form, but quote unquote glorified running back with his 7-yard A-dot. And that's where this all stems from. But if you like fantasy points, it's always been Jarvis.
And what happened? So what happened when he went to Cleveland? The A-dot increased and his production was still the same.
Yeah, it was the same.
He
Actually,
still
a
give you
little
very
less,
similar
right?
numbers. That was
It
the
was a
first
little
year in
less.
Cleveland. I'm
Well,
sorry, I
here.
just had to sneak that in because Jarvis Landry slander, and it wasn't even slander.
It's not slander. It's just saying if I'm a
silly.
defensive
I'm being
coordinator and
silly.
I'm like, all right, who do I gotta stop?
I'm being
Nah,
silly.
you're right. You're right.
You know,
Felix.
Odell is the one who would keep me up at night if I have to scheme
Sure.
for the Browns.
Yeah.
So
But
I hear you.
J-Mike,
I hear
you're
you.
saying
I'm being
Right, you can manage Landry.
You just see Odell and everyone gets their dick hard. Like, it's not that big of a deal. He's not as good as you think. Like, you don't need to get super excited about him.
I just want to go back real quick. The whole reason why I asked, because we talked about them earlier, and I meant to come back to it, but then we had a lot of fun going other places. In ADP, Odell 71 overall, AJ Dillon 81 overall. They're separated by 10 spots.
Bro, it's just a
In January.
landmine. It's just a landmine that I've seen over and over and over and over.
I think the thing is, with whichever way you'd like to go, I think that we're not looking at OBJ's price probably becoming any more expensive, and we're not looking at AJ Dillon's price becoming any less expensive, right? These are passing ships, right? From a value perspective.
J-Mike, I don't necessarily agree with that though, because this is what happens when anything free agency comes up with any running back. There's a price increase every time. So because there's going to be a price increase anytime.
No, that's what I'm saying.
But if it goes the other way, if God forbid Aaron Jones signs again, or if Jamal Williams signs again, A.J. Dillon goes right back to the 150s. So, no, not really, because at least Odell Beckham's going to probably stay. And if he shows anything, like I get that he's never going to be that crazy catch again. He probably never was that crazy catch.
You also think Williams is very good.
Jamal Williams
In the
has
context of that team, yeah,
every
absolutely.
opportunity that he's had. Jamal Williams has never ceded an opportunity. Like he could be in Jamal Williams could definitely be a starting running back, but my point is that A.J. Dillon is not going to ever have over 60%. So that means he'll never be a workhorse, which means he's probably never going to get over 81 ADP. I'd rather take Odell there, and because A.J. Dillon is the type of player that 2 years – again, I love A.J. Dillon. I have a lot of them, but 2 years from now, I would not be surprised if I forgot that he existed in terms of –
Williams going to get all that pass. Williams going to get all that passing work too.
Bro, no, it's
and
just
there's a lot of Boston College running backs that they have the same profile at running back. That big 200. The dude that's right there that's there right now is like the same type of dude, David Bailey, who just entered the train.
And they all killed Syracuse.
Yeah, I mean,
they all did, yeah. And I know I'm trying not to like shit on A.J. Dillon because I love A.J. Dillon. I'm just saying there's so many times that these Trey Masons out there that just like you think they're going to shoot to the moon, and it's like it just doesn't happen. Every year it doesn't happen. And you got a name like it. Even if you don't like OBJ, you don't even have to like OBJ. All you need to know is his name is OBJ, and you will be able to trade him to somebody in your league.
The name value is there, and it's going to prop him up.
That's all that matters.
That's probably valid. Interesting.
I don't know if it would be A.J. Dillon that for me if we're trying to like make this
Quadzilla.
This argument over for like who can we take over Odell? Like if we're going to pick a running back to take over Odell, I don't know how it could be A.J. Dillon.
J. Mike, is there any other running backs close?
Yeah, I mean, let's keep looking. So, this
just running backs.
The closest running back after Odell. You know who it is?
Yeah.
So the closest running back after Odell, Myles Gaskin or Odell Beckham Jr.
Bruh.
Oh my God.
But in fairness,
this is our website's ADP, J. Mike.
This is our website, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm sorry. I
Budget cuts at DFL.
Yeah, we're doing the best we can.
Just take the name. Take the name. If OBJ doesn't come back, like Steph's probably right. Maybe he doesn't come back. It doesn't matter. His name is OBJ. Somebody in your league is gonna want OBJ. Get out from under him. Fine.
I traded him in a 16-team league for Deontay, and this was last year when I was like, this doesn't feel good.
It's scary.
For Deontay Johnson and a 2021 first, which I think became the 105. So, and it didn't feel good at the time, but now I'm like,
yes.
So
the running backs in that range of OBJ, it's gonna be, man. I really would love to be able to track OBJ trades in these next few months because this is gonna be fun to track. I'm making a note now. This is gonna be good. This is gonna be great.
I made
for however it breaks.
Like shitty trades. I have to even look at what it is, and I have people send me their like horrific trades, and I tweeted today. Whatever OBJ trades you get, I want to see them. Like I just need to see them. Him and Galladay. Those are the two that I want to really see what people are trying to like trade them because I don't think that the market value is accurate on either of those players.
Would you give up like the 112 for OBJ?
That's a little low.
You talking about Superflex, Felix?
Yeah, was
super flex? No, because we have more value there. So
I would in super flex probably. It'd be close.
112.
If I was trying to get out, I guess. But I'm ready to die, OBJ.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are.
Shit on me.
Like,
bro.
if I could get OBJ for the 112, I would give it up.
112 is too low.
Hey, J Mike, I'm on your website right now pulling up Trade Finder trades for Odell Beckham.
Let's go. Use the Trade Finder tool on DLF. That's not the website. DynastyLeagueFootball.com, but the acronym is DLF.
It's a little confusing. Can you tell?
Does anybody?
How do I look it up?
And join the cult.
From scratch? Can we go back to the beginning
We go
of the
back
directions?
to www what?
www dot. And don't forget your HTTP.
Forward or backward slash? Forward or backward slash?
Patreon.com/ the open bar. You can find all the links there.
Let me give you three real quick.
Okay.
So somebody traded Odell Beckham for Keyshawn Vaughn, Marquise Brown, and T.Y. Hilton. Okay. Another person traded Odell Beckham for Henry Ruggs and Cole Kmet. I bought Henry Ruggs off of J Mike. We won't talk about that. Another one was Odell Beckham and a 4th-round draft pick for Preston Williams, a 2021 first and a 2021 third. So that's our market right
That's
now.
a good trade. Hold on.
Those are all like
Okay.
okay.
That was decent. I feel like.
Yeah,
Preston in the first. I'd take that.
Preston a first and a third for Odell and a 4th.
Oh, that's a steal. Send that shit my way. What league you in? I need to be in that.
Oh, I can actually tell you on the DLF trade finder. Dynasty Kings.
Yeah, I would have taken him for without the third.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I love Preston Williams, though. He's another ACL tear, but he's younger, right? So we'll see.
It's so interesting. This off season. Come on, I'm giving an ovation right now already.
It's a bad.
I've got one more question before we get ready to get into outros. I know Gabe's going to be upset when he listens back to this and he hears me mention outros and he's not even on the screen. But I'm going to do it anyway. So and I know that everyone hasn't necessarily done all their rookie work yet, right? I know we're still researching, we're still grinding, we're still getting information, we're gathering. Steph, I know your grind never stops. Felix, I know that obviously Debbie debate is life right now. that Debbie life is real. I know Wildy, you've been grinding too. Kevin, I don't know what your off season or rookie grind is, but I've got a couple questions, actually more like 5, and I just want to hear again. This is 1-word answers. Is everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Awesome.
If the question is directed at me, yes, I will answer with 1 word.
I love the discipline too. She puts herself on mute. She's like, I will answer with 1 word. All right, here we go. Steph, we'll actually start with you. We'll work counterclockwise this time. Starting with you, Steph. The rookie right now, period, regardless of position, and I say rookie, the prospect right now that intrigues you the most, doesn't have to be the best or anything, just the prospect that intrigues you the most right now is?
Trey McKitty.
2 words, technically. Oh, I'm sorry, one more time. I interrupted you. Say it again.
Trey McKitty.
Felix.
I can't give just 1 word. Yeah, all right.
Whoa. Too many words.
So many. There's so many. I want to say. Can you just ask this question twice?
The agony.
No, it's good.
I want to say Zach Davidson, the tight end out of Central Missouri, who averaged 22 yards a catch his junior year. They didn't play this season, but I really like Zach Davidson. He's going to be a UDFA that I'm really interested in.
Tompkins.
Probably Elijah Moore.
Hey-o. Wildy.
Rondell Moore.
More brothers, quote unquote.
I was going to say that. Fuck.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're color.
Tomorrow, my film. I did the tight ends. I agree with you.
Next question here. One of the top 4 quarterbacks that you will absolutely not draft, period. Yes, that means Lawrence, Fields. That means Trey Lance. That means Zach Wilson. One of the top 4 quarterbacks you would not draft. Felix.
Oh.
I love it. I love putting
it's gonna
his
be
mind in pretzel right now.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be Fields. It's gonna be Justin Fields. It's gonna be Justin Fields for me.
Oh!
Come on, Felix.
Tompkins.
Listen, it's gonna be Fields.
Being in Fargo, I'm contractually obligated to not slander Trey Lance. So probably Zach Wilson.
Okay. Felix, I'm not even gonna let you explain it. I'm just gonna let that eat at you for a little bit, and then we'll come back. Wieldy.
Wilson.
Steph.
Yeah, you know what? You can make my boy Felix eat it all you want, but I'm going Fields too. I agree.
Come on, guys.
I'm all Max Zaddy Jones. Give me that belly.
She said Max Zaddy. Oh Lord.
That's QB5. Come on, Steph.
I understand that reference.
I'm not even. You know what?
But really, I do seriously mean Fields. It's an association that we don't need to deal with over there.
The one player that you want on every single roster. Gabe, have you started your rookie stuff yet? I know, and for those that don't know, for folks who might be newer to the program, Gabe grinds the numbers something fierce on his end. You're not going to hear it on podcasts. You're not going to hear a lot about the work that he does on his end. But my man keeps spreadsheets on spreadsheets on spreadsheets in terms of tracking stuff year over year. And I don't know what. Yeah.
Okay, works. Weirdo.
He just works. So Gabe, I didn't know if have you started your process yet? Are you?
Steph, it was a reference, Steph.
I would like your answers actually. So who are you not drafting, and who are you intrigued by?
J Mike, I will answer that question or questions. Was there only one so far? Right?
She peppered you, bro.
Well, she's about to get nutmegged. So
Cinnamon challenge. Here we go.
Nutmeg state. No. Cute reference.
That Four Loco hits, huh?
Yeah, 4 Loco hits.
Different.
It's this White Claw. I don't think I've ever even like had a full one.
Oh, I've had
You're supposed to shotgun your first one.
I kind of wanted to. I wanted to come in and do that with Steph, but I didn't want to. Yes, I'll say that out front. Yes, but I didn't necessarily want to force that upon you either and be like, let's go shotgun the fucking White Claw. But I will. I'll go get another if you're ready.
Please do.
I think that I low key actually do have one more. What?
I'll shotgun 18 ounces of Margarita.
Okay, I was gonna say don't shotgun a 4 Loco, please. I will not allow that on this podcast. I'll allow basically anything, but not.
Right. That's a little weird. That's more like upper right corner, a little.
Yeah. Or excuse me, you're over there. No. Yeah, I'd do it. But anyway, cooking a little bit, J Mike. I think at this point, this is my season of for real, the season of lurk. All right. There's no combine data, and there won't be really like accurate combine data, but there'll be some combine data that's fun, I guess, to use and overhype players that are slow and look fast or something. So there's that, but that's coming later. So for now, we just kind of see what people think and see what people hate. And with that, I would like to say that. So what are our top 4 QBs? Even we're talking.
The masses.
McCoy. Are you saying the 4 after Trevor Lawrence? Because that's kind of
that probably would have been a much more appropriate question.
Because it seemed like there was some
Mac Jones then and take.
Because I heard Mac Jones in there, and that seemed to be like
just
the 5th or 4th or something.
Not involved. I just think that he'll be great on the Falcons.
Mac, you're Mac Zaddy Jones.
No, I'm trading down, as you know, Gabe.
Hey,
I learned that from you.
Come on now.
Trade the fuck down.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're trade up.
Right. Yeah.
They'll send you OBJ.
Uh-oh. J Mike, you didn't have to.
I
You didn't, but you did.
Don't give me no gun, man. Don't give me
But you did.
J Mike, I think this is kind of becoming the open bar brand now of sorts. That which QB is going to be hated the most? Going into FF draft season, Superflex, whatever. I mean, that's probably where they'll actually matter. Justin Herbert was in our 2020 class. Mm-hmm. And who's it going to be in 2021? I think it could actually be Zach Wilson. It's between that and Max Zaddy. I just don't think Max Zaddy's going to have enough. No, we're going with that.
Who are you?
We're going to adopt that now, or co-own it, or at least just
Co-op
use
it.
Co-op.
I cannot co-op.
I really want to agree.
Max Zaddy.
You're dropping Justin Fields' ass, aren't you?
Max Zaddy.
No,
I just wanted to state that I think that Zach Wilson's going to be hated a lot, and I think he's going to be at the end of first rounds in rookie drafts, and it might be the pick to take regardless. So I don't know if I answered the question. I think it would be Zach Wilson, but I would also take Zach Wilson ultimately because I think that he's going to be that QB. That's my early take, that Zach Wilson's going to be the most hated.
Well, people have him up in the top 5 picks now. So really, I mean, I was vice versa. I picked Wilson because people are putting him in the top 5. If you're giving them to me yes, in Superflex.
Really? Okay.
If you're picking him at 12, then absolutely I'll take Zach Wilson. But he's just getting put, and it's because all these mocks are coming out. Of course, it's mock season.
Of course,
so
I really need to be in
mocks.
It's lurk season, actually.
It's lurk season. So all these mocks are coming out. They're putting Zach Wilson in the top 5 of the NFL draft. So that's why he's at pick like 105. But I'm not passing none of those elite guys for Zach Wilson when I could get Lance at the end of the first.
I think that'll flip. I think people are going to be thirsty for Lance.
You think so?
Yeah,
I hope you're right.
Ability. I think so.
I
think Zach is going to be the one that falls to the end of the first. I mean, I just was in a draft. It included college players, but somebody took Sam Howell over Zach Wilson. So
no way. Okay. Well, whoever's at 110, that's the one I'm going to take.
How do I calculate that?
You have to be in all of my rookie drafts.
If you don't calculate, though.
Get it. Calculate. All right.
They don't.
I have more questions. I'm gonna leave it there though. That was fun. Felix, did just last word before we get into outros here. Did you want to expound on the Justin Fields thing, because you were kind of tossing and turning and like
that's a big take too.
Yeah,
pretty big.
I think that the basis of the Justin Fields love is one that, we've been watching him since he was on QB1 on Netflix, and he was always right there with Trevor Lawrence. And this Zach Wilson, we can't have Zach Wilson coming in and disturbing the established order. No, we can't have that.
You're damn right.
We can't have that. Oh, no. Zach Wilson is inconvenient. Zach Wilson is the Joker. Zach Wilson is Eric Killmonger, just saying some stuff that's true that people don't want to believe.
Speaking to my soul, Felix.
And so people are worried about the buttoned up Justin Fields getting his spot taken. And I think people are I like Zach Wilson. I think that Justin Fields has some weaknesses, including how he deals with pressure and his internal processing clock. So
something about him gives me Darnold vibes. Like, I don't know what it is, but like,
oh no,
I know.
Mike, can I have 60 seconds on the clock?
Listen, everyone.
Deuces.
Not that his skills. It's not about his skills. Just something about the way that he's about to enter this draft. I just have a bad feeling. I think that he is tainted a little bit.
Mr. President, I would like 60 seconds on the clock.
She's speaking.
We recognize the gentleman, Mr. Wildy.
So I think somebody
language of origin.
Somebody made a very good point on Twitter. We do tend to So we double count in Dynasty. I hate double counting. Happens every year, and you have to try very, very hard to avoid it. But we also, what's the opposite of double counting? Whatever that is, we do that as well. We've seen Justin Fields excel for so long that we're just like, is he really that good? Well, you know what I mean? We've seen him be so good for so long that at times you'll say, but the new thing, Zach Wilson, like you said, Felix, he's kind of coming in and taking Justin. But does he really deserve to take Justin Fields' spot? Or is it that Justin Fields has been living rent-free in our head at QB2 for so long that we're like, ready subliminally to bring in another quarterback, Zach Wilson? And that's what tends to happen in the offseason. It's almost as if we get bored at times that we're really excited to see not only Zach Wilson, but also Trey Lance is another guy who rises up because we've been fixated on Lawrence and Fields at 1 and 2 for so long that you almost feel like you're doing yourself a disservice by not bringing in a new guy. So all I'm saying is I really do start to like Zach Wilson as I'm watching, but then I have to periodically go back and check on Justin Fields because I'm like, nah, man. I mean, this guy has really been NFL ready for a while now, and now I'm bringing in Zach Wilson. So I think it is close. I think you're not that far off, Felix. That they are pretty close, Zach Wilson and Justin Fields. But I do think that Justin Fields has earned his spot as QB2, and I also do feel that he's probably produced pretty closer to Trevor Lawrence than a lot of people will admit, in my opinion.
It's gonna be fun. Draft season.
It'll be interesting. Here's the thing, though. It doesn't matter. Landing spot is what's going to matter anyways. So here's the thing. We're all going to change our mind anyways.
I think that it's so fun looking at these quarterbacks and games. Looking back at Sam Darnold, I think that you can't predict these quarterbacks. It's very, very sketchy.
It's hard
because Mac Jones is going to be the best one because he's going to end up in New Orleans with Sean Payton, and everybody's be like, "Damn, man, it should have been Mac Jones."
Twitter's not ready to be right on that call, so please, Felix,
we're gonna be. Listen, I'm gonna be looking at Week 16 of a fantasy championship, and I'm going against Mac Jones, and I'm gonna be like, "Steffi was right, Mac Zaddy, she was right."
Mac Zaddy.
If you give Mac Jones weapons, I mean, he can excel.
Fighters fight.
It's
Mac Zaddy is the weapon.
Yeah, there you go. It's not even, and I like Mac Jones. It just makes me sad when she said Zaddy. I was just like, I can't do that right now. And then it's like, I'm going to end up having to do that right now.
You're doing that.
Yeah, I am. I'm doing it.
He's got to go.
Mac Jones 201. Lock it up.
Oh Lord. Should I do that in our draft, Wildy? Mac Jones,
you can do literally whatever you want, J. Mike. Don't ask my opinion. Do what? Except for the 113, you can do whatever you want.
All right, cool. Sweet.
Honestly, just take what was the tight end sleeper, the UDFA that you mentioned, Felix?
That's Zach Davidson.
Zach Davidson. That's your 101 pick, J. Mike. Zach Davidson. Doesn't matter.
Man, appreciate it. I love how you try to flip that on me, but it's not the case.
The history says that 50% of first round rookie picks hit, J. Mike. So it doesn't even matter who you pick. 50% of them will hit.
What did I tell you?
Yeah, the corollary.
50%?
Yeah. So,
before we jump into these outros, Gabe, I just want to I just want to reiterate, Gabe, what I told you earlier today on Twitter. Shoot or shoot. And if you've got all the draft picks, you know what I'm saying.
J. Mike, do you know?
We got blanked on that.
You have to get stuck with 50% of the bag. That, no matter what, 6 of your picks are going to suck.
I tweeted that today, J. Mike. I tweeted that.
At least 6 of your picks are going to suck, and I'm going to make fun. I'm going to write down. I'm going to tattoo on my forehead those 6 picks. I don't care which ones hit. I want to know which 6 first-rounders do not hit because those are the ones you will not forget.
FF Landlord. I'm saying. I got a few more months. Baby. All right, Gabe, let's go.
Rents due.
This was great. This was fun.
Oh man.
All right, so I have a few options for our draft. Of course, we can do who has the best dump truck for you, in your opinion, in the NFL. We can go with your just coming straight off of recent conversation. Who is your Zaddy, your current Zaddy? Because Mac Zaddy technically ain't in the NFL yet. So is he really Zaddy? Who's your Zaddy right now? Or we can go with the kind of franchise restaurant, your franchise restaurant of choice. Okay, with the Olive Garden, the Cheesecake Factory, and then of course you have to comp that to a player. So the benefit of the first two drafts is you just get to pick the player because of their dump truck or because they're Zaddy. The third one you got to be a little bit more creative because you have to really open up your heart and let the people know what your favorite franchise restaurant is, kind of embarrassingly so, potentially, maybe, I don't know, and then compare it to a player in current NFL or rookie. It's rookie season, it's lurking season. So what do we think? Those are our three options, I think, at this point. And this is a first time on the open bar where we've even come to a vote. Do we even come to a vote? J Mike, should we just decide between you and I? Should we mute everyone and then just have a little side conversation right now? You and I, what should we do here?
I mean, the real question is, what are you feeling in your bones, Gabe? How do you want to close the one and only February 16th, 2021 that you or I or anyone on planet Earth's history will ever see? How do you want to close this show? How do you want this show to be remembered, Gabe? That's the question that you have to ask yourself. If you were a Zaddy, how Zaddy would you Zad right now?
I know you want it. I know you want the Zaddy draft.
You're not a Zaddy.
Did you say Gabe
want the
Zaddy? Dang. Oh, man.
You just said I wasn't a Zaddy?
No, I said that J Mike was not calling you a Zaddy. Because he said he was ignoring you from the category.
Wow. That is disrespectful, J Mike.
That's true.
I would like
That's interesting.
to consider that.
I didn't really like how you put that, Steph. I don't like how you did that, but that was good. Well done.
All right. I'm gonna lick my lips without my tongue like I'm angry. Yeah, just like that. Zaddy draft it is. But you're going on a date with your Zaddy to your favorite franchise restaurant because he's going to take you there.
You're losing me on the franchise restaurant.
So Golden Corral.
Franchise restaurant.
J Mike, real quick, you have an impeccable memory to bring up the Nate story of Golden Corral. The only reason I'm considering leaning Zaddy is, have we done this draft before with a franchise type restaurant with Golden Corral?
It's possible. We might want to lean into the Zaddy. Yeah,
okay.
You might be right.
Okay.
I came to talk.
That's why I started wondering.
Cookies, to be honest with you.
Are you okay?
Oh, what, for the clout?
Okay, good. I thought you were frozen.
No. Steph, you all right?
Wow.
What?
I thought you were frozen over there.
I had to look up what Zaddy is because I'm out of touch. I'm all the way up here.
Wait, is there a definition? Urban Dictionary?
Oh yeah.
Maybe.
Now I like it.
Yeah,
We're in Canada South, so I mean I'm behind the eight ball already.
Where are you in Canada? Okay, we'll talk.
No, North Dakota is basically Canada.
Oh, that's not Canada.
All right. Well, that's fine. I think that would be actually funny that we can get the Ty Dolla $ign on the track. People also ask, what does Zaddy mean? Well, I want to make sure we get a
definition right here.
Yeah. Go ahead. No, absolutely. So we can make sure everyone's on the same page here.
Right. A zaddy is a fine, handsome, and sexy ass intelligent man that makes you smile and drip every time you see him. He knows how to handle business in and out of the bedroom. You low key want to have his baby. He makes all parts of you excited, including your mind. Smells good, looks good, and is good.
Okay. J Mike, I think this ties into your question that we actually didn't answer when we were kind of crossfading between me and the research and the lurking and the QB that I didn't want to draft. But I think you were saying, which player are you not leaving your draft without, right? Something along those lines. Basically, your FF Zaddy. Who is your Zaddy?
Yeah. Except for,
but you have to say that. You have to also say that. You have to say X player is my Zaddy.
I don't know.
No, you have to. No, that's part of the draft. Actually, you have to say the player and then is my Zaddy.
I've never smelt an NFL player is the problem here.
We're gonna have to alter that.
They don't have that at like Yankee Candle.
Like so,
the DK Metcalf Yankee Candle. I don't have that.
About it that way, we're on to something.
What up, Taylor? Zaddy is just a baddie daddy, right?
Taylor,
Sure.
what time is way past your bedtime? Let's go to bed.
The Yankee Candle 3-pack at DK Metcalf, Phillip Rivers, and Cam Newton.
You
Cam
can.
Newton
I think you
probably
should be
smells
able
incredible.
to. You should be able to bend the Zaddy definition to whatever meets your.
Okay.
Oh, you want to bend the Zaddy now?
You know what? Pause. Let me run that back. Delete. Clip.
You edit the show, right? So
Let's go ahead and
get copyrighted, bro.
Yeah, let's get copyrighted.
We straight.
They didn't ask that model to do anything but just stand there, basically.
bro,
That's the
y'all are
easiest
getting
paycheck she ever
demonetized
made.
for sure. Definitely demonetized.
So 101.
You thought we made money on this show?
bro, YouTube is taking its 26 cents back fast.
No question.
Yeah.
Who wants 101?
The question is okay. So the question is, and we're dueling with outros. I would think, or yes. Okay. So the question is, who is your Zaddy? In other words, who are you not going to leave your draft without? Who do you need by your side? Who are you taking at the 207? You know, the 304, and you're like, I'm gonna call you Zaddy all season. And I'm going to hold on to you all the way through your rookie contract, even though you're only making like $600,000. I am going to hold on to you because I want to call you Zaddy.
So is it only rookies?
We are doing, I think, purely. What was that? The train of thought there, J Mike, when we were talking the QBs and then transition to who you're not leaving your draft without. Okay, rookies, yes. I don't even care the format, super flex, tight end, whatever. Just who do you want? Who's your Zad? All right.
And make sure you shout out your whatever you want to plug here as well.
That's the draft portion. The second portion I need is, of course, you. Who are you? Share what you need to say and say goodbye to the show. And this is it. This is the end of the open bar for you. We're never going to invite you back, you know? So, this is definitely the last thing that you will ever say here. So make sure that it counts. We'll go in reverse direction in the order that we introduced these people. What? Do you think that people listen to this show and, actually think that I'm ever serious about anything? Because that's the problem. That's the problem as a teacher. Like the kids never know that I'm just pretty much kidding the entire time. But that's also a problem because when I'm serious, they're like, "Oh no, it's okay. He's just kidding."
I think people just really never know with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
That Gabe Gearing, he's such an enigma. He's so mysterious.
Yeah.
How do you do your homework? Like you take your homework home and your parents ask you about your homework. And you're like, Mom, I'm actually pretty sure he was kidding. Like, I really don't think that I need to do this. I think he was joking about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you seen his podcast? He talks about Zaddy. What's Zaddy? All right. So, Wildy, 101. That's you, man. That's respect. All right. That's respect to you. So who are you taking in the draft? You have to leave this draft. You know, J Mike, I don't how many rounds are in TA? I don't know. How many rounds in the rookie draft? Four rounds? Okay. So
I think there's 5, right?
There's 5 rounds. Okay. There's 5.
Let me go check your team. I'm sure
know.
you have the whole 5th round, and I'll tell you.
Yeah, this is the point. This is the point that
aren't too important.
it can be 4 rounds, it can be 5 rounds. J Mike has either 47 rookie picks or 59 rookie picks. Wildy has that 1 pick. I don't know where it is.
I think I have the 209, I think.
The 209, okay? It doesn't have to be your 209. You can trade up, you can trade back. I don't care. Hashtag FF trade back. Let's go, Steph. Who is your Zaddy? Who do you need to get through your FF career? And who are you? I know I already kind of like know who you are, but you know, who are you? Release it to the people and release your Zaddy.
Okay. Hi, I'm Adam Wildy. I have a 4 loco problem. That's why I'm here with my friends. And I will trade DK Metcalf to J Mike for the 101, the 106, and the 112. And with the 112, I believe that I will probably be taking Bateman. And I will be happy to take Bateman at the 112 because I love value. So, of course, I would love to have Jamar Chase or Devonta Smith, but that's not fun for me in Dynasty. What's fun for me is getting your Alvin Kamaras and your Kareem Hunts at the end of the draft, Juju even. So instead of just taking all the players I know are good, I'm going to take the players that I think might be good. So I'm going to take J Mike's 112, and I'm going to take Bateman. Oh, and Bateman is my Zaddy.
Thank you. That is required of this draft.
I heard the instructions.
I really liked your quote though. That instead of drafting players that I know will be good, I'm gonna draft players that might be good, as if those are 2 different things. Love you, Wildy. Thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for making Bateman your Zaddy.
Thanks for having me.
And tying in the bait with the Zaddy, I see you. All right. Next up, the 102. Kev, we're not talking Mexican food. We're not talking pizza. We are straight talking ish on the open bar. I'm done with you. We couldn't even fit that into a 2-hour show. Literally. I thought about bringing it up several times and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. So just tell me who your Zaddy is. All right. Tell me who you are and get up on out of here with your Mexican food.
To keep in with Wildy's ASMR version of the Zaddy, my Javonte Williams is my Zaddy. It was going to be Bateman, but I can't double dip. You can find me at fightingchancefantasy.com. You can find me on Twitter at KTompkinsII. I also write for ballblastfootball.com and Fantasy Pros as well. Boy, is Javonte Williams my Zaddy.
I am cutting that clip. I am going to abuse that clip. You are so screwed. Boy is...
Yes.
Oh, I love that. It was very hot. I love it. I feel like...
Bro, I'm so sorry.
Oh, God.
Sorry for the meme you've been created.
My favorite thing is that we had to Google the word for half of this show, and that is just my favorite thing.
I thought I was hip.
Yeah. You're about to be Felix because you are up at the 103. We need to know your zaddy, and who the heck you is, and what you're bringing to the table. Go ahead.
I'm Felix Sharp. I do a podcast called The Devy Debate. We talk about college football. We talk about NFL. We talk about Dynasty. We talk about Campus to Canton. I also write. I wrote for Dynasty Nerds, and I'm still writing, but not at Dynasty Nerds. So all my stuff is like on Google Docs. So I can just email you a link if you want my Google Docs. Man, this is hard because there are a lot of guys that I can think of. Austin Watkins is one.
No, you have to pick one. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Pick your
Austin Watkins is one. Ramondre Stevenson is one, but I think I'm going to go with, given that his mom just followed me on Twitter, I'm going to go with Warren Jackson, who set out last season, the wide receiver out of Colorado State. We talked about Rashad Higgins, Hollywood Higgins. CSU has been a little bit of a wide receiver lately with Michael Gallup and Higgins, and they got another guy right now there named Dante Wright, who's really good. But I like Warren Jackson, who's 6. Just imagine if Auden Tate was a little bit faster and a little bit quicker.
Oof.
That's what Warren Jackson is.
Love
so I
some
think,
Auden Tate.
yeah. So or if Calvin Benjamin, lost some weight and
oh, you lost me.
That's what I think. If he lost some weight. So I'm gonna go with Warren Jackson as my zaddy.
Had to make sure that fit in there. I love that you drafted this young fellow after his mom followed you. Interesting follow up there. He's your zaddy, but his mom follows him. It's quite the connection.
So really, his mom is your zaddy, is what you're trying to say?
Yeah, who is zaddy?
Well, I'm hers.
here?
I don't know. We'll
Whoa. Warren.
Felix with the plot twist. Who's zaddy now?
Who's zaddy now?
Who's your zaddy now?
No, they love it when they call me Felix.
Oh, okay.
All right. Felix, thanks for coming on, dude. And thanks for the deep dive on the zaddy. I like that. That was good. I feel like in lurk season, I feel like we, for the most part, get into like the first 2 to 3 rounds of rookies, and the 4th, 5th, and the whatever, UDFAs or undraft, whatever in rookie drafts, also NFL drafts. They don't even come till, a month or 2 later. Look at you, man. What month is it? February?
We've been doing this all year. We've been doing this all year at Devy Debate. So
Yeah,
locked and
Devy,
loaded.
those Devy guys taking over the world, man. We don't stand a chance.
We had a good run.
It's automatic. All right. The 104. Steph, I think I have 1 drink of my White Claw left. I've definitely been milking this for Zaddy. All right. So who is your Zaddy, and who is you?
My zaddy is Trey McKitty, and I will not drop it. If Trey McKitty gets a chance in this league, listen to me. The tight end situation is awful. I mean, I said it before. We have 3 good tight ends, and then the rest of the scenario is we can talk about it later. So Trey McKitty is someone that didn't have a very interesting scenario coming in, but it's done great. Trey McKitty is awesome. That's my zaddy. Trey McKitty is my zaddy. I would say meow, but it seems cliche, so I will not.
I think
Hashtag call her Zaddy.
Yeah.
I think it could work.
Yeah.
We could try out the soundbite later and see if you like it, and we'll approve it. Just if you just throw it out there, see if it works. We'll see.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so yeah. Trey McKitty, I'm telling you guys, if a team gives him a chance, and let's look at it. The tight end situation blows it. It sucks right now. It's not good. So it's easy to pop into that top 10.
Yeah. Eliminate tight ends in fantasy football leagues. That's another topic. Or just make them premium, I guess. But still, it's dumb.
Wide receiver / tight end for the win.
Yeah, I'm with it. All right. So, J Mike, I've been waiting. I've been waiting so long for you to say this. Who is your zaddy?
I really can't believe. I can't believe we're here. I can't. 105 in the zaddy draft. I shall not linger longer than I like. I would love to give you a deeper cut, but the fact is that if I in my super flex drafts, if I can get Travis Etienne in the middle of the first, I'm here for it. So Travis Etienne, that's my guy. He's one of my favorites. So Travis Etienne is my zaddy for this draft.
I would love two zaddies at the same time. That would be my second.
Isn't he too small, J Mike?
I'm not.
You cut out, J Mike. What was that?
I am not entertaining y'all's nonsense right now. To the chat, major shout out to everybody in the chat that showed love. Thank you all for rocking with us. We appreciate you greatly. To everybody who's listening in podcast form, shout out to you as well. Again, get in on this fun that we have on Tuesday evenings, 9:30 p.m. Eastern-ish. Hashtag heavy on the ish at times. But what a fun evening. What a fun crew. Wildy, my brother, appreciate you. Tompkins, thank you for coming back. And again, we didn't even let you get off any of your food takes. I'm a little bit disappointed, but you didn't have to defend yourself, which was nice. So there's that.
I was prepared. Not gonna lie.
I know you were. We gotta bring you back to run that back again. Felix, absolute pleasure to be able to finally meet you, chop it up with you. Look forward to continuing to growing with you, man. So thank you again for coming through. Steph, the hurricane, the brute force that is Steffi Smalls. Nothing small about Steffi and her personality. Steph, truly grateful to have you. Thank you for coming through. It is a joy to be able to watch you do what you do with the folks over with Chase and Company. Join our circle. And it's just fun to see somebody having fun with what they do. A lot of folks running around here right now and they want to get on Twitter and be angry and be in these FF streets mad and upset about everything. And it's good to be able to see people. And this is a group that we had this evening that just genuinely enjoys what they do. And they have a lot of fun with it. And it comes out in the content that they put out. So thank you all. Truly, truly, truly thank you all for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world, but you decided to spend 2+ hours here with us. So thank you. Truly, truly thank you.
I admire you two for that too. Just know.
I would get in more beefs if it wasn't for J Mike. I'm like, I can't get into this Twitter beef. J Mike is out here. Why I can't get into this beef?
I got that all out of my system like 2 years ago.
I don't think J Mike's ever been in a Twitter beef.
That's what I'm saying.
I used to lose sleep over Twitter beefs, man. It's for the birds.
Don't put me on I'm in no pedestal. I've grown over the years, and you know what? I've decided that my platform is just going to be different. That's all. So again, shout out to you all. Gabe, listen, man. February has been a hit for us. I feel like we're on a really heater right now, as they say. But anywho, again, you can find the podcast anywhere that podcasts are, whether it be Google Play, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, even Spotify. You can check us out there. If you want to rate us and review us, we'd appreciate it. If you don't, that's cool too. If you want to listen to us in the gym, on your way to work, while you're shoveling snow, while you're in your Zoom meetings, we're here for you here at the Open Bar. On Twitter, I'm at JMikeCheck, at JMICCheck. The show's handle is at the Open Bar Pod on Twitter again. And my main man, host with the most, Bun G, Genius the MC, aka hashtag FF Cream of Wheat, Hashtag FF busted my Suttons. FF porridge buns. FF no BJ. FF, I'm not a hater, I just crush a lot. FF Enigma. And last but not least, FF Hey Zaddy on Twitter at FF Man Bun. Gabe, take us home. Hey Zaddy, hey, hey, hey Zaddy.
And I just wanted to call you FF Zaddy at the end of the night. Like, I think that was it. I think they even have an emoji for that.
I think it's your new name. Who's J Mike? That's FF Zaddy.
I think that's FF Zaddy.
What?
I think we've branded that now. So I think we're
like, don't let this girl on my show ever again.
yeah.
Gabe,
type
we
that
got your
at-
Zaddy?
Yeah.
I don't
Type
think
that
we got
at-
your Zaddy, Gabe.
You type that at, you put in a Z, you know what's coming up. You know what's coming up.
Gabe, did we get your Zaddy?
I'm coming.
All right, all right.
I mean, pause, but I'm coming.
All right. I just need to know. Like, I just need to be aware of who your Zaddy is. I don't want to step on any toes.
I know. No, trust. All right. This is why, to reiterate what J Mike was saying, you got to be here live to really understand like the the leverage that we all have towards each other. But what I definitely have with J Mike every single week. God, I love making that man uncomfortable. Oh, it's one of my favorite things. But he's my brother. This is good stuff. There's a new journal out. There's a new journal out. Go and check that with J Mike. He finally learned how to record audio and export it properly. It's so mean to clown on something that's like so serious too, because it's like such a good podcast that's like genuine as fuck. It's a really good podcast. Please go listen to it. J Mike's journal for sure. So yeah. Hey, bro, hey, where'd you get that sticker? I'm done writing handwritten notes. Y'all suck. All right. Yeah, if you want a sticker, I still have like way too many of them.
I had to get that last one in.
I have so many stickers. Yeah, if you want to trust a stranger on the internet, I'll send you a sticker. One of these stickers, $5 for both of them. It supports the Open Bar podcast, and trust me, we don't make any money. We just send people stickers for $5. But yeah, if you want those, cool. All right. So what Zaddy? Who am I leaving? I can't leave the draft without this guy. What? My Zaddy. Yeah, check this. All right. J Mike. Look, I don't want to say that this is like a transition. I feel like we can coexist with these two players in the league, because they will coexist in the league. Hopefully not on the same team, because I don't think that would necessarily work. And I hopefully not on the same team in the sense that one replaces the other, even though that would be kind of cute. Who am I talking about here? I'm talking about a second round rookie draft pick that should really be in the first round, but I'm going to blame it on COVID. I'm going to blame it on the poor team of sorts. That I feel like they have some rearranging to do just in that organization. The dude decided to end the season a little bit early. Okay. But that maybe that helps him. We don't know. We don't know how this is going to pan out. So J Mike, I'm not willing to necessarily change the brand from Wubba Lubba Chub Chub. I'm not necessarily letting go of that. I think that he's still in the league. Okay.
Oh
okay?
no.
Look, no, he's great. Look, that is like our unanimous RB1 no matter what. But what if, hypothetically, what if, right?
In the world.
Oh no.
What if the U became long as a vowel and we said wooba looba chuba chuba?
Oh no.
Can we? Wooba looba chuba chuba. Hey. Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard is my zaddy. All right. Prop him up. Put him for all of the Cowboys yonder. And he is deserving of the same conversation that ETN is in, that Harris is in, that Javonte Williams is in. All right. He doesn't deserve this second round hate. Y'all know how many running backs went in the first round last year of rookie drafts that didn't even get drafted until the second round? When do we think, real quick, where does one number answers? What round does Chuba get drafted?
Third or fourth.
Fourth,
Yeah.
I think
later than you would draft him.
third.
I think third is the cap for sure, and I think it's definitely gonna be day two probably, just without playing. But wooba looba chuba chuba. It's 2021. We're here. Chuba is my zaddy. Shh. All right, this is the open bar. We did it. J Mike, we made it. We made it 15 past the limit that we don't set, because there is no limits to the open bar. The standard is the standard. We could go another 2.5 if we felt like it, but we don't feel like y'all deserve it, honestly. So maybe stay around a little bit longer. No, not you. Look, the guests of the open bar. We appreciate you.
So losing it right now. He's trying so hard to compose himself. He's trying not to laugh his ass.
I know.
J Mike is a house of cards right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About to tumble over.
You're
No.
like a plastic bag floating in the wind.
Aw.
American Beauty.
That movie's creepy now, though, right? Like we can't even reference that movie anymore.
No, it's canceled.
Yeah.
Based on true events.
True events.
American Beauty.
Yeah. Kevin Spacey's like.
I downloaded it today. Right before we got here, I downloaded your GIF.
Is that what he's like?
No, he won. I don't.
Bro, what do your podcast listeners think that was what you just did?
Yeah. If you're listening in podcast form, please go to the 218 mark and see what the heck I was just talking about. No, this is good. This is good. This is a good podcast that we do weekly on Tuesday Eastern-ish. Boy, howdy, was it a good one tonight, that draft. I have 6 clips of calling projected NFL players. It's Zaddy, and I can't wait to release it to the public. So, especially J Mike's. Did I say that out loud? Yep, sure did. All right, so that's it, J Mike. What do we have? Do we have a show next week? I think we have a show next week. Got a show next week? Is February? February is ours. Hey, speaking of February, quick shout out to J Mike for doing the Black History Month stream of tweets. Go and follow. Just like ping. I don't know if you can like ping a thread on Twitter, or if you can just like you may as well just like ping the notifications for J Mike in general. But that is probably one of the coolest things I've seen in a while in general. So please go and follow that and see what we're doing out here in the FF community. J Mike, good job. Good shit, man. That's lovely stuff there. All right. That's it. We're getting out of here. That's it, man. We're the open bar. That's it. We're going to be here next week. We're going to be here on a Tuesday. We're going to be here at 9:30 Eastern-ish. We might even be here on the next Tuesday, 9:30 Eastern-ish. You won't know. You won't know until you're here. That's the point. You have to be here to be here. Okay? So put your drinks up, whether it's water, whether it's White Claw, whether it's I can't even say it out loud, whether it's Four Loko. We appreciate y'all. Much love to everyone out there watching and listening. And I don't believe I've said this as much as I should have this year in 2021. You are not forgotten, James, the Brain, beer, cheese, soup, forever, my friend. And until next week. I feel like we've said it enough already. Could we just like end it, or should I just like say it again? Is it kind of
it's a long ending.
Is it kind of redundant at this point, or should I say the word that I say? Should I make it an equivalent of like OBJ, the whole thing that we did there, or should I just say deuce?